àsìkò tí ẹ máa láǹfààní àti bi mí nípa ìbéèrè Q&A. Òun ni section tá wà yìí. Mo kí wa pé ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàbọ̀ sí orí ìkànnì wa tí à ń pè ní Koikimedia, níbi tí a ti jọ máa wo àwọn question and answer tí a fẹ́ béèrè, tí ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn nǹkan míì. So ẹ bá mi gbé ọwọ́ lé share button lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí kí a tún jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wo àwọn ohun tí a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí láàárọ̀ yìí. So mo kí gbogbo wa, èní ní 17th gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti ṣe mọ̀ lórí ìṣe wa. Ẹ káàárọ̀ bàbá wa. Mo ti send kíní ẹ̀ sí bàbá mi Bishop. Mo kí question and answer. Òun ni abala ètò tí mo tún gbé padà wáyé. Program ó ní different theme, ó ní different topic. Èyí tí mo fẹ́ ká jọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara wa láàárọ̀ yìí ni question and answer. Africa is very good. The weather is bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé òjò fẹ́ rọ̀. Looking at the window, it looks like it wants to rain, but it's not raining. Oríṣiríṣi sound. Ẹ máa gbọ́ sound ẹyẹ tókótókótókó. So mo kí yín o, gbogbo bẹ̀ ṣe wọlé. Mo ṣe bá bàbá wa kan sọ̀rọ̀ tán ní Israel. Wọ́n ṣàdúrà tó pọ̀ fún olóyè Ìgbòho àti bàbá Kítóyè. Wọ́n ṣàdúrà fún gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ Yorùbá. Mo kí bàbá wa náà. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ Yorùbá. Ẹ bá wa máa gbé ọwọ́ lé share button ká lè start program yìí. Eléyìí là ń pè ní abala question and answer. Ẹ bi mí láwọn ìbéèrè nínú comment section. Èmi náà gbìyànjú láti dá yín lóhùn níwọ̀nba tí ọpọlọ mi bá lè gbé. Èyí tí a bá wá mọ̀, bóyá ẹlòmíì á pè wọlé á ṣàlàyé fún wa. So bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wọlé, ẹ máa gbọ́ wọlé share button ká pa àwọn èèyàn wọlé, torí pé ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ òun náà ni ìrìnàjò Yorùbá nation. So nígbà tá a ṣe ń prepare fún platform mi méjì tó kù, let's hope the internet will not mess us up. We're doing everything. Already mo ti ná close to 400,000 equivalent. Mo rí ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní White Hart Lane. Mo rí ẹ níjọ́ kan lórí bus tí ó wà lórí phone. Ọlọ́run á bá ń dúró tì ẹ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ farapamọ́ tí ẹ ní ẹ fi get involved mọ́, ẹ má worry. Àwọn ò ní farapamọ́ torí pé a lè wà ní UK forever, a lè wà l'America forever. Opportunity ní fáwa tó bí síbẹ̀ àtàwa tá lọ síbẹ̀ tí a lọ jẹ adúró tá fi gbàwé, àtàwọn tó jẹ́ pé ẹ fa wàhálà kó tó di pọ́ fún yín. But ẹ máa rántí pé wọ́n ní ilé ni àbọ̀sími oko. Ilé náà níbi tá wà yẹn, but kò síbi tó dàbí ilé. So mo kí ẹ dáadáa ní ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní White Hart Lane. Àwọn kan ti bú wa rí, but a bínú sí yín. Àwọn kan ti pè wá ní olè rí, a bínú sí yín nítorí pé kò yé yín ni. Èmi wà l'Áfríkà láti jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé ìtagbédání no be joke, no be ṣeré-ṣeré. So Africa is beautiful. It is mostly sunny. Inti laptop mi sọ nìyẹn. Mostly sunny. So I am really enjoying it. Mo ti jẹ gala. Gala yẹn tíyàn bá wo ntọ́ kó sínú ẹ̀, ìyẹn máa béèrè pé níbo lẹ́ran yẹn wà. Mo mú fish pie wá gan láti London. Wọ́n kó sínú freezer ni, but mo prefer kí n jẹ gala. Mo dẹ̀ ti mu coffee. So mo dẹ̀ ti jẹ one boil of egg. These are basic food tó jẹ́ pé ó yẹ kí wọ́n náà lè sọ pé o lè jẹ, but lénìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yóò lè jẹ. Mo rí Prince, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ orú àwọn ilé náà nísìn brother mi. Into ẹ̀kọ́ ṣe fún Yorùbá pọ̀, àmọ́ àwọn míì fi sẹ́yìn. Ẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ kó affect brand yín, ẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni yín. Ẹ ń sá, ẹ fi sílẹ̀ fáwa pé káwa máa ṣe. Ṣé rò páwa náà ni brand? Ṣé mọ bí t-shirt brand mi tó ti dé kó tó di pé àbẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation? Mo jọ̀wọ́ mi sókè fún Prince. Báwa ṣorin síta kó fi dúpẹ́ fún Yorùbá nation. Torí pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni yẹn, ó ti kàwé, ó lọ yunifásitì. Nítorí kó máa ṣe nísìnyí pé kó wá máa dá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, ká ṣí studio rẹpẹtẹ káàkiri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, kí a di ká dàgbàjú sọ́nì lọ àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń take advantage, especially in tẹwà ní music industry. So but nígbà tí gbogbo yín bá ń sá sẹ́yìn, doctor ń sá sẹ́yìn, mo láwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n treat MP tó jẹ́ pé consultant ni wọ́n ní UK tó wà in the movement alẹ́ engineer but nígbà tí gbogbo yín bá ń sá tí ẹ fi sílẹ̀ fún pé káwọn kan máa lọ ṣe ta lẹ fẹ́ kó ṣe téèyàn kan ò bá ṣe ta lẹ fẹ́ kó ṣe gbogbo ìlú tá à ń lọ tá à ń sá lọ yẹn náà àtàwa tó bí sọ̀hún ni o àtàwa tá a lọ gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o mo kí brother mi Jimmy Koya wọ́n ti fún wa ní super chat like owó tó pọ̀ so I need owó láti fi ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ torí pé èmi ṣì wà láfíríkà owó dẹ̀ ló ń cost mi so mo kí gbogbo yín so phone line mi ti wà open but kásáré start àwọn platform tó kù Q&A òun ni abala tí a fi ṣe nísìnyí questions ẹ máa bi mí ní questions àwa máa wá answer sí ṣé ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí question and answer in tó o bá yẹ wá béèrè questions and answer a fẹ́ béèrè in tó bá wù ní kẹ́ wá bí wá Koiki ṣé Yorùbá nation yìí gangan lọ́nà àbáyọ question and answer on why we Yoruba must exit because nígbà tí UK fẹ́ kúrò ní inú European Union many journalists wọ́n ṣe many programs táwọn ọmọ wọn máa pè wọlé tó máa béèrè pé tá bá kúrò ṣé ó máa affect wa ṣé báyìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo ilé náà ni a fẹ́ fi ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní àárọ̀ yìí èyí tí mo ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí mo ti ṣe kan láàárọ̀ yìí ìyẹn ọ̀tọ̀ ni eléyìí náà ọ̀tọ̀ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Empress what is Yoruba nation Empress ń béèrè pé what is Yoruba nation ìtàn pè ní Yoruba nation ni pé kí Yorùbá dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè Yoruba nation TikTok account mi ni Koikimedia bọ̀wọ̀ tí allow me can go live mo mọ̀ wá bóyá àìtí ní enough numbers ni kódà mo láti tún change nǹkan kan láàárọ̀ so TikTok mi nìyẹn mo ti ní TikTok but ní kò allow me can go live bóyá torí pé mo ti ní numbers tó yẹ kó ní àti ní TikTok àti ń grow tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di pé wọ́n shut it down so that is my TikTok ẹ ti rí mi àti Olóyè Ìgbòho nínú picture kan at the moment I have 141 followers 314 like mo ti kọjá stage yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ but bí àtúrò àwọn kan tí mò ń post TikTok was going saying this and that mo appeal so okay ní 1000 followers so ta ló máa tẹ̀lé wa láàárọ̀ yìí ẹ̀yin náà lè máa ẹ jẹ́ ká start ìrìn àjò ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ràn kó Yorùbá tèmi kò òyìnbó a máa sọ Yorùbá but bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation question and answer iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa forílẹ̀ ibi wa kàgbéga 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 fàlérí ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀ àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. We are live on Twitter space, MixLR. I'm just waiting. My wife to MixLR. Oh, crash because I actually reboot my laptop and all that. So, good morning once again and welcome to the question and answer session of the Yoruba Nation Awareness Campaign on the Koikimedia channel. Question and answer. You will ask me a question. I will try as much as possible to answer. You also have the privilege to call in. We have a studio line. Whether you are a Yoruba, Hausa, Ijaw, whether you are India, Pakistan, you can call in and come and ask us questions. in tí ẹ fẹ́ béèrè a gbìyànjú láti answer fún yín. We will try all our best to give you the answer to your question. In tó bá rú yín lójú, in tí kò yé yín, in tẹ́ ẹ understand, this is a session that you want to ask me those questions. Anything, and I'll try and see how far and how much I can answer. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Ìrìn àjò Yoruba nation is the solution. What is the responsibility of the Yoruba government for the Yoruba citizen? Ìbéèrè kan ti wá pé kí ni àǹfààní tó máa wà fún ọmọ ìlú nígbà tá bá gba Yoruba nation? And I'm going to take us straight to a draft manifesto that is currently in circulation that answer to that question. Nípa what a Yoruba government will be when it is finally declared as an independent country very soon. And that is under what we call the good news path to prosperity in our orílẹ̀-èdè Yoruba. Ṣé mọ̀ pé when the politicians are doing their campaign and about to start deceiving Nigerians as they've done for many years, they would always come up with their manifesto. And their manifesto will list what they would do during the tenure of that government. And this is from 1999. The military does not have a manifesto because they are part of the criminals that destroy Nigeria with the Europeans. So the question that has come on the comment section is, what will be a Yoruba government to its citizen? And I will answer that as quickly as possible. So, first and foremost, a Yoruba government would give our youth development program to transform our nation. As we have it today, millions of Yoruba people and those that are non-Yorubas do not have a future in Nigeria due to the fact that you do not have a government that would or should have empowered you enough within 25 years since 1999 to allow you to reach your peak. Many of you should have reached your peak in your career, but as I speak to you today, many of those within Nigeria today still are relying on their friends outside Nigeria, friends within Nigeria, to have what it takes as a citizen of Nigeria. That would not happen in a Yoruba country. In a Yoruba country, you would be a citizen that will be given a full right under a Yoruba government to allow you to reach your peak, just as many Nigerians that have traveled abroad, some of them were born abroad, some of them migrated for greener pasture. And I'll give you an example. A family friend of mine just arrived in London within a year under the COS. Wọ́n ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ sí UK ni, ìyàwó àtọkọ àtọmọ mẹ́rin. And with the job the wife is doing, within a year, she has been able to save enough money láti lọ dúpẹ́ by traveling to Saudi Arabia on a lesser Hajj within a year. The husband has a good job in Nigeria before they traveled, but due to the fact that they can see the situation of Nigeria is not bearable, so they have no choice than to travel out of the country. So, is it possible that a Yoruba man or a Yoruba woman, without getting involved in any criminality, just going to work, saving money, and can travel to Jerusalem or Saudi Arabia or any country of their choice? So that is the government that is working in the UK for non-citizens, because these are not citizens, but they are needed for the purpose of making the UK under the government to continue to look after the elderly people. So what Nigeria has done in the last 25 years, it has not been able to give every Nigerian that same opportunity. It's not about leadership. It's about the foundation that Britain created to make sure that most of you would not be able to survive as a youth within Nigeria. So I hope that answered the question. Again, going back to some of the manifesto that Baba Akintoye has put out there. Mo wà lórí program by ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, mo ní lè sọ̀rọ̀, mo wà lórí live transmission by. Mo wà lórí live program by. Gbogbo tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ sọ mama wọnú ẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú èèyàn wa, because if I don't answer that call, I will eventually be disturbed, and I need to answer that call. Let me know if you can still hear me, because these are the problem when you're running a program and people calling, and it will eventually, messed up, disturb, because we have to set up the lead. Now I have to move things, I have to adjust things. But when people don't know we are live, and I'm using one of the phone that is very busy for the live transmission. So let's come back again. An independent Nigeria, we have suffered serious decline and agony. YouTube, Facebook. Most Nigerians have suffered in Nigeria, and that sufferness is still going on. In a Yoruba country, that sufferness will not be allowed. Let's look at Donald Trump. Hate him or like him, he cares less. He says, make America great again. Ṣé nígbà tí Tinubu dé, Tinubu ní òun máa make sure pé Nigeria is great. But under Tinubu, just look at Plateau State. It looks like it's already in a war zone. Look at the country today. Within 2 years, and the 8 years of Buhari, making 10 years of the APC. I don't think you want to go back again to that in 2027. Mo rò pé ẹnì kankan tó jọmọ Yorùbá or Nigerian, they would not restructure the INEC for you to have a credible election. That is not going to happen. But that would happen when we have a Yoruba country, according to number 8 of our manifesto. We shall make our election quality elections. Just the same way as you saw me in the UK when I voted last year. No intimidation, nobody attacked me. I voted for my choice, and I still have the right to criticize the Labour government under the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. Most of even those of you that voted Tinubu, you have still been intimidated. We saw it when Obasa was removed. People that voted for Tinubu were all kept in the Black Maria, and they were shouting out that "Àwa náà la dìbò fún yín." That is the government of intimidation. That is not going to happen in a Yoruba government. That, I believe, also answer what the Yoruba government can do for us. Nígbà tá bá ti dé ibi tí wọ́n pè ní officially a Yoruba country. We shall take creative steps about political party. A political party in Nigeria today is like Ashewo that change clothes all the time. Look at El Rufai. Why should we believe El Rufai that told Nigerians during the campaign that Tinubu was the right choice and the right candidate. Today, El-Rufai is now telling us that Tinubu is a drug baron, and Tinubu result was not credible, even though Buhari had no result as well. Now, El-Rufai says that he does not believe anymore in the APC under Tinubu. You know why? Because we are not the same. We are two different people, and El-Rufai can govern those in the north, while Tinubu should have governed those alone in Yoruba land without having to go and campaign. But right now, Tinubu, going back for 2027, actually had to campaign again in the north. And right now, they are cooking up as many things to destroy Tinubu for 2027. Are we going to allow our kings to rule like the way they are doing right now? There has been a lot of different conversation around Obale Yoruba. What do we do with them? Do we give them the power back, or do we retain the power and just allow them to govern within their territory and their domains across Yoruba land? Many Yoruba people disagree that àwọn báwa tí wọ́n follow pé kí Yoruba dá dúró nísìn, we should not even have anything called Oba in the future of a Yoruba government and a Yoruba country. But some say that we should also think about it this way, that the English, the Britain knew that the custodian power belongs to the Obas. And what Britain did quickly was destroy that while they maintained their own kinship in England and also across the United Kingdom. We have seen in France, in the history before, that they took out their own, kings. But what Britain knew was that if we remove the power from the kings, we give the power to the politician and use the politician to suppress the power of the kings. So right now today, and I'll give an example, Ooni of Ife called for a security summit to protect his people against the Fulani terrorists. But right from somewhere, Ooni of Ife could not finish up the job because one of the politicians must have called him, and one of the politicians must have given him instruction that he does not have the power. The power is quite under the politician. And that's why many people are worried that are we going to have the same situation with a new constitution? Our Obas will be given a privileged part of the system that we are going to operate. And I believe under the manifesto at number 32, it says clearly we shall restore dignity to our Obas. Dignity. So the question that have come is asking, what do we do with our kings? Kí la máa ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn ọba wa nígbà tá a bá gbalẹ̀ wa tán tá à ń sọ pé a fẹ́ Yoruba nation? Nigeria constitution has literally took power away from our kings. They are scared. Let's give an example. Who the hell is our governor to be giving directive about how Alaafin should be appointed when we have a tradition that ati mokbe tí ọba kan bá wàjà? I have the privilege to meet up with the previous Alaafin. It's a privilege. Many Yoruba people never saw him. I met him in his private residence, not one, more than 10 times, with the privilege of Chief Sunday Igboho. Mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Aláàfin tàná, kò ń ṣe tèní. But by some of what we heard from him, which is not for public consumption, I can now tell you that gbogbo tá à ń sọ lóòótọ́ kò sí agbára lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọba yẹn. They literally took the power off. Britain did that to destroy the tradition of Yoruba land. That fault is coming from Britain. They knew very well that tí àwọn ọba wa bá jẹ́ àwọn ni wọ́n wà in the custodian. Tí ọba bá lu agogo pé kéré o gbogbo aráàlú ẹ lọ múra sílẹ̀, ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ nínú ilé ń bẹ̀ kó máa gbáradì, tó bá di àárọ̀ la a máa wọnú igbó wa lọ, a máa flush gbogbo àwọn terrorists. I'm sure most of us will not be in danger today. But because Britain knew the power of our king when they met them during the century, 15th century, 16th century, 14th century, and they were worried that first thing that they need to destroy is that particular section of Yoruba land. Two things that Britain did quickly, which is coming under the manifesto, and I'm going to read them as from the Oba, which says, we shall restore dignity to our Obas. Then number 33 says, we shall return fully to our Yoruba language. Ede Yoruba la mama so. You go to Germany, you speak in English, they're not going to answer you. Kò síbi iṣẹ́ tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe ní Germany. As living in Germany, yes, tourists goes there, and there are few people that speak English. But in a government setting, you dare not speak in English in Germany. All correspondence comes in a German language. That is the future of a Yoruba government for a citizen. Èdè Yoruba ni ó máa máa wá láti government official all the way down to the citizen. That way, our language will be preserved for many thousand years ahead. But right now, for those of you that are fighting against Yoruba nation, we can lose that language quickly within the next many thousand years if Tabashi remained in one Nigeria. Because Britain again knew quite well that if we remain in Nigeria, English will be the official language. That is one of the fraud that Britain used to destroy all the indigenous people. That is why today Nigeria have over 500 languages and 350 different ethnic groups. And don't come and tell us that, what about the smaller ethnic groups? There are countries that are even less than 500,000 and they are doing very well, better than the shithole country you are calling Nigeria. So for us to have a serious conversation, the politicians are running away from the truth because only the truth will set us free. Your churches do not want to tell you the truth because the truth is not about until you die, you go to heaven. We want to see heaven before we go out of this world. And that is why we might hate him or like him. We might hate him or like him. I want to bring this in. Pastor, as Fela says, no one died. But our brother, we love him so much and we hope that he will be part of a Yoruba Nation campaign. But right now, he might not look at it from that direction. Injustice to one is injustice to all. This is what he said as someone of one of his very fantastic music that many of you have heard before. And that is none else but my brother Portable.
Apostolic was to yes. Apostolic was to yes. Pastor, no one go heaven. Why you no one go heaven? Pastor, no one go heaven again. No. Apostolic was to yes.
And that is in Portable himself.
Pastor, no one go heaven. Why you no one go heaven? Pastor, no one go heaven again. No. Aramidori odori odori bato pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ìjọ.
Hate him or like him, he spoke the truth. Yoruba will restore the dignity of our Obas. Why is the pastor doesn't want to go to heaven and they are campaigning heaven to millions of Yoruba people without telling them the truth that the first thing we need to restore back is our Oba and also our dignity.
And it's a battle, but attacked by a woman, no gunman.
Pastor Sulaiman was attacked. You can see that he protected himself not by the blood of Jesus Christ. He was in a bulletproof car with his wife, while others died because they were not in a bulletproof car. Pastor, no one go heaven.
See where they got pastor, that no got bulletproof car. Man, pastor, they follow pastor, that no got bulletproof car. Only pastor and family, that no use bulletproof car.
The same thing with most of our elite. They travel in convoy with a heavy security because nobody wants to die. But the average Yoruba man, the average Nigerian continue to die because your government cannot protect you. In a Yoruba government, you will be fully protected. I'll leave that music alone. It's a copyright. I don't want to use too much of it, but you've got the message. Now, the question that was asked is, Kilama Shepe Lawon Bawa? And I have the answer under the manifesto put together by those working in cabinet with Professor Adebanjo Akintoye. Let me read it quickly. In the course of the history of Yoruba membership of Nigeria till today, our Yoruba Obas, whether it is the small Oba, the second-class Oba, the first-class Oba, all these Oba, Elowo, when Prince Charles, before Koto Deodi, King Charles, nígbà tó wá sí Nigeria, tẹ́bá lọ́wọ́ the sittings, ẹ̀rí ibi tó gbé Sultan of Sokoto sí, ẹ̀rí ibi tó fi Aláàfin sí. A ti gbọ́ ìtàn rí pé nígbà kan rí Aláàfin tẹjọ́ kan nígbà kan rí, nígbà tán ní kó wá sort àwọn problem kan, ó ní ọba ò kí ń jáde kúrò nínú palace. But today, ọba dẹni tí ó kàn káàkiri gbogbo MC, ọba ti wá di MC, àwọn balẹ̀ Yorùbá ti di MC. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé orí ìpèrè tó jókòó lé lórí. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé that is a very important tool, but most of you might not know. Wọ́n ti gbé àṣẹ fún yàn kan lénìí, gbogbo wa là ń rí, but the real power for the directive is coming from England. Take this to anywhere. Ẹ sọ pé mi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. All your obas, tó bá náwọn gbàṣẹ láti United Kingdom, ẹni kí wọ́n ṣe tó yẹ kó ṣe sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n gbàṣẹ, kò sí àṣẹ kankan lẹ́nu wọn mọ́, àṣẹ ti kúrò lẹ́nu ọba, àṣẹ wá láti UK ni. But what we want to do is to give them back the power that Britain stole from them. Yoruba Obas almost totally lost their accustomed honor, prestige, and dignity. That is one of our most damaging losses in Nigeria. Ìwọ tó jọmọ Yorùbá, ó kò ṣì ń rí àpèrè àwọn ọba yẹn, but àwa ti rí pé kò sí àṣẹ kankan mọ́ lẹ́nu wọn. The Kábíyèsí of Ilé-Ifẹ̀ made a security summit and he could not complete it because àṣẹ ò sí lẹ́nu Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀. He had a good intention, but the politician and those in charge of Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ láti England, when Ọọ̀ni came to London some years back, nígbà tí Ìyá Àdúrà gbé wọn wá sí London, I was there. And as we all saw then, fẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá attend the event here ní Westminster, you will realize that Ọọ̀ni, as it is right now, àṣẹ wà látọ̀dọ̀ wọn. I'm sorry to tell you this. I know it doesn't go well with you. Àṣẹ tí Ọọ̀ni bá máa pa, wọ́n kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ béèrè lọ́wọ́ federal government pé ṣó possible káwọn lọ pàṣẹ báyìí. Kò ń ṣe pé agbára ò sí lọ́wọ́ Ọọ̀ni. Orí ibi tí Ọọ̀ni jókòó sí àti bàbá wa tó ṣẹ̀dé Aláàfin, wọ́n ní agbára láti sọ nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ fún àwọn onílẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Àmọ́ ṣé àwọn ń ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ fún àwọn onílẹ̀? Ṣé àwọn fúnra wọn ń ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ ní pé ká rúbọ fún ilẹ̀ kí a jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ kó mọ̀ pé lóòtítọ́ lódodo àwọn ń ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ fún? I will leave that for the palace to decide. In the 1950s, Most of us were not born as at the time, but there was a man that has been born, very highly sophisticated, intelligent. That man only has one replica today, and that is Baba Akintoye. And who is this man? Awolowo. Ẹni kí gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ age mate Baba, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ wà below Baba, whether you are 80, 70, if anybody is not in line with what Awolowo wanted for Yoruba people, they are also working against Yoruba people from inside and outside. They are not true Yoruba sons and daughters. In the 1950s, our father Awolowo was fully aware that our whole monarchy system was in danger of being destroyed under the constitution that were evolving in Nigeria. That constitution that was used before independence and the one after independence, Koikimedia drafted. All this constitution was drafted at the British Parliament against us. Even the current constitution, as a lot of you might know, has not been in favor of you as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, talk less of your Oba that is going to give that privilege as well. So Omo Yoruba, don't tackle Yoruba nation, does not know that Tinubu does not have any power within Nigeria, because the power that Tinubu is expected to use to make our life a better one is currently enriched in the fraudulent constitution by the devil of the Fulanis from Gowon and the rest of them. And this is how the senior advocate of Nigeria,
Which is why I told President Akpabio of the Senate that it has taken 23 years to solve the problem of the Constitution. And I urged him, in conjunction with President Tinubu, to resolve the Nigerian constitutional question now by inviting the owners of Nigeria. The owners of Nigeria, mark you, were those who owned Nigeria before Lugard brought his amalgamation in 19.
The owner of Nigeria, àwọn tó ní Nigeria, ibi tó ń pè ní Nigeria lénìí, àwọn tó ní lẹ́bẹ̀, those are the indigenous people. Àwọn ìran ọmọ Yorùbá, àwọn ìran Bia, àwọn ọmọ ìran Igbo, àwọn ìran Hausa, ìran Ìjọ, àwọn ló ní ilẹ̀ yẹn tí Britain wá kóra wọn wá with hospitality that was given to them, but they had a different agenda. Níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn, Britain náà fẹ́ survive ni, because ìtàn sọ fún wa pé ní ìgbà kan rí ìta ni wọ́n ti máa ń wẹ̀ ní England, wọn ní toilet, wọn ní bathroom. So wọ́n fẹ́ survive, and that means that they have to go to any length to survive. We will go to any length to take it back. Kí Yorùbá lè padà síbi tó yẹ kó wà. This is a question and answer. If you have one, you can put it in the comment section. I'll pick it up and I'll try my best to answer as well. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and I welcome you once again to Yoruba Nation Conversation, where we are discussing this morning Q&A, why Yoruba people must now leave Nigeria.
But you call them in. These are the people who own the country, and ask them questions. What do you want to see of the Constitution?
There is nothing you're going to see in the Constitution, and you cannot amend something that is already a fraud. So when your House of Representatives that are collecting millions of naira and billions in budget padding are telling you lies, that we are working to make sure that your right and your life within Nigeria will be better, run away from them, and nobody should be telling you about 2027. We need to be talking about how we need to dissolve Nigeria, but the politicians are 419, they are fraudulent, they are corrupt, they are criminals, and they know that the current constitution that we have today will not give you the accessibility to be the right person you want to be. While I, in the UK, based on the constitution, I have been given enormous right, and one of that right is my privilege to life. Today, many of you have not been given that right. That is why yesterday we had to give you the names and the age. The youngest person that was killed on Sunday by the Fulani terrorists in Plateau State was 4 years old. I think that's 3 years old. Ọmọ ọdún mẹ́ta tí kò mọ̀ kankan, ẹ wá ń sọ pé ìwọ wá ń gbàdúrà pé kí Ọlọ́run kó bless Nàìjíríà padà, kó dá padà sí ìgbà ẹ̀. Ṣé Nàìjíríà Ọlọ́run ló dá? Níbo ni ìwọ àti Ọlọ́run tí Bàbá Débóyè àbí Kúmúyì àbí Pastor Bakari àbí Pastor Jerry àbí Prophet Ojo àbí Ìyá Àdúrà àbí Genesis, níbo làwọn ti bá Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀ tọ́lọ́run sọ fún wọn pé òun lòun dá Nàìjíríà? Táwọn wá ń sọ fún wa nísìn pé Ọlọ́run ò ní pé kí Nàìjíríà kó má pé àwọn á máa gbàdúrà fọ́lọ́run. Ọlọ́run mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò lè work. Nígbà tó dá gbogbo wa, ó dá wa ní èdè ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Àmọ́ Lugard ló kó gbogbo wa papọ̀. Lugard dẹ̀ gbàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ Britain ni. So tá a bá ń dárúkọ Lugard, we are talking about àwọn tó ń rule níjọ́ náà náà. And I hope you get the message.
Without a constitution, we're going nowhere.
Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ rí ìlọsíwájú? Ẹ ń pariwo Tinubu ò rí ti yín rò, because Tinubu mọ̀ pé constitution kan gbélé òun lọ́wọ́ kóun fi ṣèjọba, constitution yẹn kò lè work. But Tinubu ò lè sọ fún yín mọ́ pé constitution yẹn ò lè work. So all he will be doing is trying his best, which he's doing, trying his best while Nigerians are being killed and he's having a great time in France. Trying his best while the vice president made it known that òun ò ní gbọ́n kankan tó ń pè ní pé ká máa sọ pé a fẹ́ restructure Nigeria. The vice president say restructure my foot. Ìbéèrè tá à ń béèrè ni pé kí ni wọ́n mọ̀ nípa pé kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró? Is a Q&A. Yorùbá fẹ́ dá dúró, ó yàtọ̀ sí pé ká tún máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa election kankan. Mo ní a sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, kò sí àṣẹ kankan lẹ́nu wọn mọ́. Ẹlẹ́mi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí àṣẹ bá wà lọ́dọ̀ Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ kó pàṣẹ fún wa lẹ́ni pé ká wọnú igbó wa lọ, I and Sunday Igboho will be on the ground within 24 hours. Màá pe Sunday Igboho pé kó máa bọ̀ láti Germany, but Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ ò lè pàṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ, I love him so much. Aláàfin tó ṣẹ̀ débẹ̀ ò lè pàṣẹ because Ṣèyí Mákindé ló gbé ọ̀pá àṣẹ fún Aláàfin. You can see the damage that the structure of the Obas was done to make sure that nílé rí ọba tó lè sọ̀rọ̀. Wọn ní ìgboyà bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe ní ìgboyà yìí. Tí àwọn ọba bá ní ìgboyà, ẹni kó jáde kó sọ̀rọ̀ níbi tó bá wà ní palace wọn lẹ́ni. Wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sí ọba kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí tí ọlọ́pàá ò ní lọ arrest ẹ̀ mọ́nulé. Wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kan tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kó sọ̀rọ̀ báwa ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí nítorí pé wọ́n ń bẹ̀rù. Àwa wá ń bi wọ́n pé ṣé wọ́n ṣọ̀pọ̀ ọba làwọn? Torí pé àwa mọ̀ pé tọ́ba bá pàṣẹ, tí Ọọ̀ni bá pàṣẹ lẹ́ni, wọ́n bí bàbá ńlá Tinubu dá kó sọ̀rọ̀. Ikú fi pa nìyẹn. Ọọ̀ni là ń sọ yìí. Ọọ̀ni là ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè, mo ṣí fìlà fún yín kábíyèsí. But ẹ lè sọ̀rọ̀. Nítorí pé kò sí àṣẹ lẹ́nu yín mọ́, ìyẹn làwa ọmọ yín ṣe sọ pé àwa máa defend yín to the last. Ẹni máa kú ni kó lọ kú. Àjọ máa fa tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí ni. Tẹ́yìn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Ìtò tí mú yín sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tá à ń sọ pé a fẹ́ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè, a jẹ́ pé àṣẹ ti kúrò lẹ́nu yín lóòótọ́ nìyẹn. Àṣẹ ọ̀dẹ̀ tí kúrò lẹ́nu tàwa. Àṣẹ ń bẹ lẹ́nu tàwa náà pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa dúró. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ilẹ̀ máa jẹ́ obstacle fún kọ̀tà gbé dání. Wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Abá yín fa tó tán lẹ̀. In tó tán lẹ̀ la máa bára yín fà. Nítorí pé Britain olórí burúkú tó kó gbogbo àpapọ̀, wọ́n mọ̀ dájú pé tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bá dá dúró, ògo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa tàn lọ ni. Wọ́n ti dífá fún Britain kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ 200 years. Pé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí ìran yìí kó dìde rárá. Evidence is there. Ẹ wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ constitution. Ọmọ Yorùbá ń rotí pé kí Tinubu wá fún yín ní constitution tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún yín. Ṣé Tinubu ló kọ constitution?
No one will doubt the fact that the constitution bequeathed by the military in 1999 is unsatisfactory.
The military structure, Britain ló design ẹ̀. Olórí burúkú Ọbásanjọ́, olórí burúkú Gowon, Babangida Buhari, ìwọ tó ń defend wọn. Èmi mọ̀ bí tí military barracks wà ní London, ní England. Gbogbo bí tí wọ́n kọ́ military barracks wọn sí tó ti train wọn, Sandals ló ń pè bẹ̀. That is where they train them, and the instruction tó fún wọn látàtọ̀ bá train wọn tán òun lọ. Kí Britain jáde kó náà wọ́n mọ̀ nípa gbogbo kú tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àbí ní Nàìjíríà. They were funding it, they were behind it. Ṣèbá ti rí nísìn tí Trump ní òun gbé ẹsẹ̀ lé the US aid because the US aid was used to fund terrorism in Africa. The world is changing. I am happy to be alive to witness it. Q&A la ṣì ń béèrè. wàá béèrè ìbéèrè màá dé ẹ lóhùn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí tí à ń kà lọ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọba wa. Mo kí bàbá mi lẹ́kìtì ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò, mo fojú pẹ́ ẹnìkankan rẹ́, mo kí gbogbo yín bẹ ṣe ń wọlé lọ́tún lósì. In the 1950, our father Awolowo, bàbá tó jẹ́ pé ẹnìkan tó kù fún wa nísìn, òun ni àrólé tá à ń pè ní Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè. Tó bá ń dúró de Bọ̀dé George, tó bá ń dúró de Bísí Àkàndé, tó bá ń dúró de gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn, you will wait for a very long time. I love my mom so much. Wọ́n ní kí n rọra máa fi èpè díẹ̀díẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tí bá ń ṣe program. Ó yẹ kí n wọ̀n wọ́n lépè délẹ̀ ni. But I don't want to disrespect my mom pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wọn. But ẹ wò mí dáadáa, ẹ wo gbogbo wa dáadáa. A máa ta tán délẹ̀ nítagbé dání. I am not going back to England yet. Àjọ máa jáde fún rally ni. I have not made any intention to return back to UK yet. A wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe mí nìkan. Àwọn tó fẹ́ dé, wọ́n ń dúró pé kí ṣó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. À ń dúró kí bàbá Akíntóyè fún wa ní announcement káwa wọlé dé. Káwa rí ẹni tó fẹ́ dá wa dúró lọ́nà tí ọba kan bá ṣe any fuck off. Nígbà tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ rally, ẹ rí wèrè nínú palace yín. Ẹ lọ gbé àwọn òòṣà jáde tó máa bá wa jà, tó ṣàyẹn tí ẹ fi bá Fúlàní jà, ẹ wá fẹ́ fi bá wa jà, àríran wò nígbà yẹn. A ní kẹ́ gbé nǹkan tó wà lọ́wọ́ yín ká lò ó ká fi bá Fúlàní jà. Wọ́n ní ogun wọlé, ẹ̀yin sùn ẹ̀ ń jí, ẹ̀ ń dóbò nínú pálásì yín, ẹ̀ ń fẹ́yàwó, ẹ̀ wá ń fìyà jẹ ìran Yorùbá. Ìyà máa jẹ̀yìn náà nígbà tí rálì bá dé. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ṣe nǹkan tá a ní kẹ́ ṣe fún wa. Àròlé kan tó sì kù fọmọ Yorùbá, òun náà ni bàbá wa Akíntóyè. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní bàbá yẹn ò ní na àsíá sókè, ikú máa pa ẹ́. 2025 tàwa yìí, ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kú ni kó lọ kúnú yín. Bàbá Akíntóyè máa na àsíá Yorùbá. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kú nínú ẹ̀yin politician, ẹ lọ máa múra sílẹ̀. Àwa náà fẹ́ tẹ̀lé yín délẹ̀. Ṣẹ́nẹ̀ ní gbọ́, bóyá ẹ̀yin lẹ ní House of Assembly, bóyá àwa lájọ ní ni, bóyá ẹ̀yin lẹ ní State House ni, bí àwa lájọ ní ni, we will shut down the whole fucking Southwest. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kú ni kó kú. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe fún mi ni kẹ́ wá ṣe fún mi, mo wà l'Áfíríkà. Tẹ́ bá mú mi, millions of people will stand up. Mo ń sanwó fáwọn èèyàn, mo tún fún wọn lówó pé kó lọ bọ̀gún láàárọ̀ ìṣẹ́, mo ti fowó ránṣẹ́ sí wọn. Àyàn ọmọ yẹn máa lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. A máa bá yín mú kan lẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní kíákíá torí pé ẹ̀yin ọba wọ́n ti gbàṣẹ kúrò lẹ́nu yín. Bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ gan mọ̀ yẹn. Bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn, àmọ́ púpọ̀ nu yín ò mọ̀. Yíyan kan máa pè mí àwà lórí program. And I'm very busy and I'm using the phone. Nobody calls me and distract my program. And I'm not taking calls yet. In 1950, our father, the late legend Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀, Britain bẹ̀rù Awólọ́wọ̀ débi pé wọ́n lè wo ẹyin ojú ẹ̀ báyìí. They are scared of it. Wọ́n bẹ̀rù bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀. They dare not look his eyes because wọ́n mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè, Ọlọ́run ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló gbé bàbá yìí dìde. Like Baba Akíntóyè, and we are grateful to have him as a father. I spoke to him yesterday and he's so happy. Wọ́n ní kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fún wa lówó. We have another close to 300,000 cash with me. A ti ra 100 walkie-talkie. Tó bá dọ̀la, màá tún send owó sí wọn kó tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lọ rà sí. Tábàárẹ̀ tó bá tún fún wa sí, a tún máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ra megaphone. We are preparing seriously for this rally. Kò ń ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ló ti máa ṣẹlẹ̀, kò ń ṣe lógùn state. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ ti máa gbọ́ kó ariwo a máa dún, tátátá a máa dún. We shut down every fucking thing. Ẹ ní ṣoríire, ẹ̀yin rò pé ilẹ̀ mi amú wa mọ́lẹ̀, ó kù díẹ̀. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká tètè yanjú ẹ̀. Question and answer, ẹ máa bí mi. The 1950 Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀ was fully aware. Ó mọ̀ dájú pé our whole monarchy system was in danger. Ṣọ́ba lórí burúkú tẹ́ ń pè ní Olúwo yẹn. Ẹ̀rí ṣọ́ba nìyẹn. You can see the danger that we found ourselves. Fúlàní fẹ́ wá jọba, tó bá fún wọn láyè ni wọ́n máa jà láàfin yẹn mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ṣọ́ba ní Olúwo, and you can see the danger. Wọ́n fún wọn náà Fúlàní tẹ́ ń bá sùn. Àwọn Fúlàní náà lọ ní wọ́n pa àwọn tó jẹ́ Plateau State. Sister mi kan ṣe send message kan sí mi láàárọ̀ yìí. I was going through the message. Mo ń bọ̀ fẹ́ sáré kà fún yín. You might not know what the Fulanis are doing. They are very smart. Wọ́n fi àwọn obìnrin wọn, wọ́n fi fún àwọn ọkùnrin ní Plateau State. Àwọn obìnrin wọn ló padà ṣekú fún in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Plateau State lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Màá ń bọ̀, ó ń lò lọ́wọ́. They destroy it. As a premier, he made it policy that Obas will not lose any dignity. That was in 1950. He was personally close as a friend to many of the Obas. Finally, in respect for the fact that Yoruba culture is a monarchic culture, the leaders of the region under him included a house of chiefs in the Western Regional Constitution. He also made the traditional highest of the Obas, the Ooni of Ife, the regional governor, a position ceremonial superior to the position of a regional premier. In the House of Chiefs, the Oba commanded real constitutional power and therefore felt that they were the fathers of the Yoruba nation. Auntie me sent to me, hello boldest, that's what she called me. I have different names for different people. They are ready for the rally. Ìwọ tó náà ready. Ẹni tí ó ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ilé mẹ́ta ló ní, ó níṣẹ́ tó dáa, àárín bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń gbé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ó níjọ́ tó bá ti lọ aago, òun máa kọ́ àwọn èèyàn jáde, àjọ máa wọ ṣòkòtò, àjọ máa wà ní rally ni. Kí ló wọ́n ń dá dúró? Kí ni wọ́n ní? You have nothing. The Nigeria have destroyed all their businesses. Àǹtí sọ fún mi pé nígbà tí bàbá àwọn máa kú, they were expecting Nigerian government to pay the pension that the father worked within the Nigerian government for many years. The father died without receiving the pension, and the father regretted supporting Nigeria throughout his lifetime. MT Mofeka Meseji, she schooled in England, well educated, very sound. I will not tell you what sector she's currently working. She's not working with the government. She runs her own private business. We have been talking for the last 4 years. They are eagerly waiting for the rally. Onílé kò sanwó-lé, ilé tó ń gbé òun ló nílé yẹn. Ó ní òun máa wọ ṣòkòtò, òun dẹ̀ ti mobilize sílẹ̀. Ìwọ wá ní pé ó fẹ́ jáde. No problem. Hello borders. I decided to ask my friend who is from Plateau the reason for the constant fight in that state, especially with what is happening in Bokos. Bokos níbi tó ti ń pa àwọn èèyàn tó pọ̀ ní community yẹn. I was shocked by her reply. She said fight will continue to break out in Bokos and other areas in Plateau State because their men married Fulani women. Àwọn ọkùnrin Bokos wọ́n ti gbé ẹ má bínú ẹ má kí n lo èdè àlùfànṣá wọ́n ti lo pọ̀nrán sí wọn níbi tí ara wọn ò balẹ̀ wọ́n ti lọ fi fẹ́ àwọn ọmọ Fulani tó jẹ́ obìnrin. These Fulani women eventually brought their cousins, brothers, and uncles. Ṣèbí bó ṣe máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà nìyẹn, ẹni tó bá ti fẹ́ o gbọ́dọ̀ tọ́jú àwọn family wọn náà, etc. On arrival, they will stay with the couples and later the Fulanis will acquire land. Nígbà tó bá ti dé tí ọkùnrin ọmọ Plateau ní Bokos ó lọ fẹ́ Fulani obìnrin á wá invite àwọn family tiẹ̀ náà wá gbé pẹ̀lú wọn tó bá yá wá wá ra ilẹ̀ and they will settle down. The middle belt man will help his in-law to settle fully into the community. Ọkùnrin yẹn ò mọ̀ pé àjòjì tóun jẹ́ kó settle down yẹn òun ló ń bọ̀ wá ṣekú pa wọn. In tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Plateau State ni mò ń sọ fún yín o. These are highly intelligent that I'm telling you. She said this was how Fulani now settled in Bokos and other areas in Plateau State easily. Àwọn in-laws ni wọ́n jẹ́ kí wọ́n settle down. She said by the time the Middle Belt men realized their mistakes, the whole place is already filled up with Fulanis. That the Fulanis infiltrated them through intermarriage. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ìwọ tó ń fẹ́ ọmọ Fulani, ṣé o mọ̀ kó fẹ́ fi ṣàkóbá fún rẹ ni? Ìwọ tó jẹ́ pé ààrẹ ọ̀balẹ̀ ò rí ọmọ Yorùbá láti Èkìtì, láti Oǹdó, láti Ìjẹ̀bú, láti Ọ̀ṣun, láti Kogi, láti Kwara, láti Lagos, láti Ọ̀yọ́, ò rí àwọn ẹrẹ̀wà obìnrin tó yẹ pé tí wọ́n bá rí wọn báyìí á máa dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run, ò rí wọn fẹ́ ọmọ Fúlàní ṣá ni Gbókòsẹ̀ ló fi lọ tẹ̀lé ọmọ àlè. Ọ̀rẹ́ tí ní kí n má bù yín mo tútù gbàgbé. I also was surprised to hear that some of these men that are married the Fulani women later died. Ta ló ń pa wọ́n? Kí ló dé tó ń kú? Why are they dying? Kí ni nǹkan tó ń pa wọ́n? Some poison wọn ni ẹ máa gbọ́. And the Fulani women now remarried a Fulani man. Ó kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ ọmọ ìlú yẹn wá kú, ó wá padà lọ fẹ́ Fulani gangan. That is what now clear that they were killed by the women without anyone suspecting them over the years. Eléyìí ṣe nǹkan tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ pé à ń gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀. Do you know that Malafia is from that region, Plateau State? Nígbà tí irú àwọn yẹn kàwé, because Malafia was well read. He warned every Nigerian. He told us that the death is coming, but Nigerians were always like, nothing will happen. See systematic takeover by the Fulanis. I said, let me update you since I heard it directly from her. These people are smart. They are evil smart. They have their program outlined for them. See how quickly they change the narrative from Fulani herdsmen to Fulani bandits to Fulani kidnappers, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and many of such. They now change it to Fulani hunters. I want hunt. They will leave their north. They are coming to the south to hunt. Oh God. So all we are now talking about are the Fulani hunters. From Fulani terrorists, from Fulani bandits. They are now known as Fulani hunters. And they are clean. They are good. Nobody should attack them. They are just hunters. These people are criminals and they are smooth operators, always changing the narrative whenever they are cornered. They are human hunters. They are the same bandits and the same kidnappers. She said those hot areas in Plateau and Benue State is not only farmers and herders clashes, that the major issue is intermarriage. Kí Ọlọ́run kó gbà wá o. She said, as a Plateau woman, let their people shout from morning to night. They are responsible for their calamity because the intermarried and the Fulanis are not going anywhere. What ìgbàlejò ọ̀ràn. Mo rántí bàbá wa kan mọ̀ bí tí fídíò yẹn wà. Ó ní a ti gba àlejò ọ̀ràn. Àlejò ọ̀ràn ní gbogbo àgbà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìn. How do you survive? How do you operate in a country where àlejò ọ̀ràn bá yín gbé? The only way you can do that is to end it officially and reboot. My laptop, as of yesterday, after a while, it will reboot itself when things have gone cuckoo on it. You do not want us to reboot. You want to continue to manage the contraction, the corrupt, that took identity, that took everything from us, that we will not tolerate. According to the Fulanis, that Plateau people should get into their thick skull. Wahala don't tire rapao. Now him I say make I tell you. Now wow. That message was sent to me yesterday at 2200 hours. I replied that back at 8:05 with this. This is Koikimedia. Oh, you tell me sense one here. Money, that is the same agenda for Yoruba land. We must fight to stop them. We can't sit back anymore. NMCL, what's that to send the list to me? Direct institution to accept Arabic Islamic certificate as alternative to WAEC and NECO for nursing program. Ilé tó ṣe jáde ni o. Wọ́n ní kó accept Islamic certificate as against WAEC àti NECO. So if you have an Islamic certificate, you can join the nursing program. Abi, you can see that this agenda continue to flourish. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí ètò pẹ̀lú wa, mo kí brother mi Albert, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wẹ̀ tó ń pè wá. Hello? Hello? Ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè àgbọ́yé dáadáa, ṣe fẹ́ dá sórí ètò ní sà. Àgbọ́yín bí ẹ̀ ń lọ APC ní ẹ bá wa yọ APC yẹn, àgbọ́yín dáadáa, a lè ń lo speaker, so kò sí reason tá a ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́yín. So kí ló wá dé tá àgbọ́yín? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n yọ kúrò ní speaker, ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ again.
private.
tó anything private ò lè lọ lórí ẹni sùúrù tẹ́ bá jẹ́ private ẹ tí mo tẹ̀ sọ pé mo wà live ìyẹn máa di láyé ètò ẹ lè sọ kan tó jẹ́ private fún mi nígbà tí mo wà lórí ètò mo dẹ̀ lè kúrò lórí ètò báyìí. mo wà lórí ètò ẹ yẹ ká sọ̀rọ̀ létà ń báyìí ẹ ṣe gan brother mi mo dúpẹ́. all right ẹ pè mí létà. Now ẹ yẹ ká padà quickly so I hope I have answered that area of Oba. We are not connected to our Facebook. I don't know what is going on this morning, but I'm sure I have told you many times that you need to follow all the platforms. If one platform is not working, you need to get to know where the other platform is working so that you cannot miss out on the conversation. So it's a Q&A that we are doing this morning, and why are we doing that? Is just to respond to your questions and answer to know more about Yoruba nation and why Yoruba needs to go. Bishop, the money man, we call the bishop the money man and the financial advisor for the Yoruba people. It's okay, Bishop.
Now, eléyìí mo rí pé mo lè sọ lórí ètò, so màá sọ sìn, but ó sì ní kan tí màá sọ fún yín lẹ́yìn. But eléyìí so that àwọn èèyàn náà wọ́n lè mọ̀ wípé gbogbo wa we have to rise up to support for it. Now, ẹ mọ kíní tán máa ń dè mọ́ imú yẹn tear gas kíní.
Mo ń bọ̀, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ Bishop.
Yeah, ẹ mọ kíní tán máa ń dè mọ́ orí tán máa ń dè mọ́ imú yẹn tó máa ń prevent against tear gas. Bí inhaler báyìí ló wà ní ìgbà. Okay. Mo ti gbàgbé orúkọ kìíní ẹ̀. Okay, Koiki, are you back? You have to be there so that you can recognize what I'm trying to say.
Intense so Bishop, mo ti lọ mú jáde fáwọn èèyàn máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ òun lélẹ̀.
Okay, kíní tó máa ń dè mọ́ rí tó ní kíní níwájú mú bí.
Ẹ̀yẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ Bishop, ìbí mi ti lọ mú content sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ẹ̀yin ò ṣáà rí screen ẹ̀yẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ ẹ̀ ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rù pé mò ń ṣeré ni. Ìbò náà ń pè ní ìbí ṣèbí kíní tó ń fi símú dúró tí tó bá yin tear gas.
Orúkọ ẹ̀ ni mo gbàgbé.
Gas cartridge for spraying paint. It can also be used to stop everything that is called tear gas. Òun ló wà lọ́wọ́ mi.
Tear gas wọ́n máa dè mọ́ wọ́n á dè mọ́ rí ó máa po imú wọn fine.
Má lọ rẹ̀ yẹn kan.
Ó máa dàbí helmet báyìí oníkàkú máa dé. So we need bẹ́ẹ̀ bí àwọn èèyàn wá ṣe support fún walking talking yìí, we need support for it.
Bí àtàbá sọ fáwọn èèyàn pa níbi owó ṣáwọn èèyàn rò pé afẹ́náwó jẹ ni.
Despite the fact wípé instruction máa wá pé everybody ẹ lọ ra ẹyọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ìwọ tó bá láǹfààní lọ ra ẹyọ kọ̀ọ̀kan but ìwọ tí Ọlọ́run bá ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tó bá jẹ́ méjì ló fẹ́ rà please forward it to Koikimedia please forward it to Koikimedia má rà kó mú wá we don't want.
Àlègbà to know anybody for security reason.
Just send the call Koikimedia. Koikimedia will tell you what cost for one. Then to buy mẹ́wàá ló fẹ́ rà fine. So that as they are showing you that walking talking, wọ́n máa show ẹ̀ náà iye tí a ti ní. We want to have not less than 1,000. We want to have not less than 1,000 of that head mask nose inhaler. We want to have more than 1,000. Tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tábà ti ń rí lórí àwọn èèyàn wa kọ́ ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ sí àmàmọ́ important then more can now come in. Kò ní sẹ́ tó sẹ́ni tó máa sọ fún wa nígbà yẹn because mo mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn wa action ni wọ́n ń dúró dè then àwọn èèyàn máa dìde all around the world. So we will need more of it. Then èyí tó kù máa sọ fún yín lẹ́yìn ètò. Thank you.
All right. So once again, it is called the gas mask. As a journalist, we always have these at any point of time. There are different sizes, there are different shapes. If you can get one, it's called a gas mask. These protect you from any tear gas. Tó bá yin tear gas yẹ kò tẹ̀ ní mọ̀ pé tear gas tó bá ṣàti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí yin tear gas tó bá ti gbélé wọ̀, that's it. If you can help yourself to buy one, you have to buy it yourself. So kò ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan la máa supply yín, need that funding. Àwọn tí ó jẹ́ Yorùbá ọmọ olówó tó gbówó síta pé ká fi máa ṣe Yorùbá nation. So ìwọ̀nba díẹ̀díẹ̀ tí akọ̀rọ̀ra ń ṣe ní with the little support that is coming through. Sọ pé kò sógun, má gbọ́n tí bàbá yìí sọ, ogun pa ẹ́ nìyẹn.
Ó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá.
The Yoruba indigene.
Mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ̀rọ̀.
I want to talk to you all.
Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀.
And I want you to listen and accept what I'm about to say.
Mo náà ti ba abúlé yín, wọ́n ti gbà tán.
I said they are already usurping you from your villages all over Yoruba State.
Ní Ogun State.
In Ogun State.
Ọ̀ṣun State.
Osun State.
Ondo State.
Ondo State.
Anambra State.
Even Anambra
Gbogbo
State.
àwọn ilẹ̀ Igbo wọ̀nyẹn.
Even the Igbo lands as well.
Àwọn wọ̀nyí ti wọ̀.
People are already entering those places.
Tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gba gbogbo ẹ̀.
And they are already overtaking you people in your various states.
Èyí tá à ń sọ yìí sí.
What we are saying right now,
Kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn o.
this is not about religion.
Christian.
Whether you're a Christian
Muslim.
or you're a Muslim,
Àwa tájọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá.
and we are Yoruba traditional worshippers,
Àsìkò tá a gbọ́dọ̀ kó ẹ̀sìn wa papọ̀ nìyí.
this is time we must band together
Láti jà fún àwọn ilẹ̀ bàbá wa.
to fight for our fathers so that they don't overtake us in
Ẹ
it.
má jẹ́ kó fi ẹ̀sìn gba ilẹ̀ wa o.
Don't let them use religion take over our land.
Gbogbo abúlé tó ń gbà lóńdó state yẹn.
All those villages they've taken over in Ondo State,
Wọ́n pa Muslim, wọ́n pa Christian.
when they wanted to kill, they killed Christian and Muslim alike.
Ilẹ̀ náà ń jà fún kì í ṣe ẹ̀sìn.
They are fighting for the land, they are not fighting for religion.
Ẹ̀sìn náà kàn gbá wọlé o.
They are just coming through the lens of
So mo
religion.
sọ fún yẹn ọmọ Yorùbá.
But I'm telling you all Yoruba
Ẹ múra o.
people, please be prepared.
Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà.
Nigerians at
Ẹ
large,
múra dáadáa.
please be well prepared
Wọ́n má bàa gba ilẹ̀ yín o.
so that they don't take you away from your father's
Wọ́n á pe
land.
gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba.
And calling onto the royalities in Yoruba
Ọọ̀ni
land.
of Ifẹ̀.
The Oni of Ife, the Imperial Majesty.
Kábíyèsí kádé pẹ́ lórí rẹ̀.
Kabiesi, we greet you, sir.
Ẹ dá sí o.
Please talk about this.
Aláàfin tuntun tó ṣẹ̀ jẹ ẹ dá sí
The
o.
new Alaafin, please talk
Ẹ̀yin
about
ọba
this.
Ondo
All
ẹ dá sí o.
the kings in Ondo State,
Ẹ̀yin ọba Ọ̀ṣun Ọ̀yọ́ Lagos State ẹ dá
the
sí o.
kings in Lagos, Oyo, Osun, please talk about this.
Tógun yẹn bá wọlé tán.
Because when the war overwhelms us,
Apá ò ní ká o.
we will not be able to do anything about it.
Èmi mo rẹ́dí ogun.
Personally, I'm ready for
Mo
war.
sọ fún ìjọ kìnìún àná mo ní kẹ́ ẹ dira.
I told you the last time that you should fortify
Àwọn
yourself.
kan sọ pé báwo ni pásọ̀ máa sọ pé
Some
yóò
people
dira.
will say, why will a pastor utter that kind of statement?
Ẹ lọ dira o.
Please go and fortify
Tó
yourself.
bá yá màá gbé báìbù mi sílẹ̀.
Because when war comes, I will drop my Bible.
Màá jà fún ìlú bàbá mi.
I will go and fight for my father's
Tó pé
land.
ìgbà wo ni Christian dé Nàìjíríà?
When the Christianity come into Nigeria,
1842
it came in 1842.
ló ṣẹ̀ dé Nàìjíríà.
That was when it came in.
Ẹni àkọ́kọ́ tó máa kó báìbù jọ.
And the first person to compile the Bible.
So òun ni a ti gbọ́ tí ìgbà yẹn sọ fún wa pé ká lọ dira. So kò ṣe mí nìkan ni mò ń sọ pé ká dira mọ́. When I was shouting this 4 years ago, many people were saying that whatever you were saying, I don't care. Now, it is still question and answer, and we are trying to review many things, that we are talking about. So mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa pé ẹ tún káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa. Bear with me, those of you that are watching. I need to access my Facebook and I need to put some authorization as well. I think the code might come on here. So for a few seconds, so let's give you something else while I come back again. As we say all the time, Yoruba nation, no retreat, no surrender.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria.
We have not sat down if we want to be one Nigeria, and I welcome you back once again to the morning broadcast about question and answer. That is the session that we're in. I will try my best to answer. We have answered some of your questions. We're waiting for more people that can give us, questions, and we can try to answer it as much as we can. So tẹ́ bá lẹ́nu tó ní ìbéèrè àsìkò tí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ béèrè lélẹ́yìí torí àsìkò kan máa wà tí a lè má ní as many time that you will ask questions. So ask me those questions in the comment section and I will try my best to answer as much based on what we know, what we have learned from Baba, because gbogbo nǹkan sọ lẹ́ni tí a fi ń ṣe program, it is because our father, Professor Adebanji Akintoye, has given us everything that we need to know. So that is why we are doing what we are doing, and I hope that many of you understand that. So we are still waiting. Tó bá ní ìbéèrè ẹbí wa, mo kẹ́yìn tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, Ọlánìpẹ̀kun mo kí ní gbogbo Ifọ̀, àkú palẹ̀mọ́, àkú iṣẹ́ takuntakun lọ́tún lósì, kò ní sú wa, kò ní rẹ̀ wá. Okay, not sure why this phone is not giving me access to Facebook. All right, we'll leave that anyway. So I'll upload those later. So I'm still here. We have just done an hour, maybe another 1 hour, then I will end the program. But I'm still waiting for your questions on this. Is what we are doing this morning. Every program has its own discussion. On the update on our walkie-talkie, we are still hoping that we get more people that can fund us. Our 100 is completed. We have money for another 20 ready to go. I have asked for them to check the price of megaphones so that we can see if we get more people that can support as well. And if you support, we'll keep the support coming, and I will keep you up to date with where we are. So right now, they are also going to hand over officially the 80 to the representative of Baba Akintoye and Igboho. I will be getting that update. I think they should finish already environmental in Lagos. So I will tell us the update with the videos and pictures when it is now officially handover. So that means the 80 that promised our Baba wa Mejeji, they will decide how it will be used within the movement. Those 80 has left already, and I'm waiting for updates from the people that Baba Akintoye and Igboho has appointed to receive it on behalf of Gbogbo Yoruba lórí channel wa tá ń pè ní Koikimedia. I still have 20. I said 10 is going to be for Koikimedia team. Then the remaining 10, I will decide where I want it to go. Ẹ má pè mí, I will decide where I want it to go. It could be 4 there, it could be 5 there, I don't know yet. But we have another 20 that we are preparing. So tabatutu to owó tó bá wọlé and how much we have been able to buy out of it, I will come back and we will decide ṣé ká kó fún àwọn bàbá because or YSDM to decide on it. I am not going to give individuals or groups any walkie-talkie that Omo Yoruba instruct wa. Itaṣe ní 2021 is not going to repeat itself. So, Baba Koiki, I need the walkie-talkie. I am not interested. I've seen people that have called me, group, we need walkie-talkie. This walkie-talkie needs to be at the strategic places to be useful for the purpose of the rally. So, Konshi toy and 13,000 naira is a lot of money. It's not cheap. So it's not like 1,000 naira and 13,000 fair, because some of you think it's 13,000 naira for the two. No, it's 13,000 naira for one. And so wherever we have more, we will decide whether to still hand it back to the movement. It's not me. It's not for me. I only need 10. And that 10 is already been secured for my staff, because my staff will need that in the course of the upcoming event. And this has no partnership with any other media. It has no partnership with YSDM. This is Koikimedia using its platform to seek assistance and support towards that. And I'm sure a lot of people that have supported, we are happy for your contribution. So let's move forward swiftly while we are still going to continue with the conversation this morning. Yoruba Nation needs now to happen as quickly as possible. Election kò lè gbé wa anywhere. So if you are still one of those, actually going to Mr. Tijani, Mokente in France, Teb Amba audio mi pàdé, it is important that those audio is taking time for me to record it while we are doing the program. Since 39 family yín nílé, wọ́n struggle pẹ̀lú data. They should not struggle to download the audio coming as a voice note and sit down and listen to it. That will send more message to more people, because a lot of people are probably still not conscious that election will help one. But my job is to tell them that, comment at the let me see how I can pick some of the comment. I've been very focused on discussing and talking, but I've not been looking at the comment section. Then I'm doing a bit of writer. I don't know what's wrong with our mixed LR this morning. I am not owing them any money, but I believe that maybe my laptop needs to be rebooted. Sometimes we need to reboot the system. Muki Babami Aluko, Nuruddin, Muki and Biafra. And I love the Biafra, but no Igbo or an Igbo person that is doing Biafra should come and point finger at us. I will curse you. I have a lot of your brothers here. I'm hearing news that Simon Ekpa will be attending court. I think I'm going to give us the update on that, because that was blogged by my staff yesterday. We are praying that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. So focus on your own Biafra. Leave us alone about our own. But we can work in partnership. What do I mean by that? When the Yoruba people come out for rally, your government that is already been in operation, I know there's a lot of problem within the government right now. I'm aware it's split. You have two parallel government now after the declaration in November in Finland. Some are supporting the woman, while some are supporting the finance minister. And these are something that people like us also experience during the course of the Yoruba nation. Nigbati Abale were together in one uniform. Difficult. Oh yes, very important. Pastor Mo is saying, even this is the reason why we are handing over quickly to our, because there's no need for me to keep the walkie-talkie. So I can confirm that the walkie-talkie is en route to where it will be officially delivered on behalf of our fathers. Because because it's not a toy. You need to understand everything has a training. So we're going to training, because stewards will probably have to be trained before they can go to the field to know how to do crowd management. We're expecting millions of people. So we need to also make sure that people are protected. Yes, the government have right to bring police to protect us, but the police batting you, well, let me just, you know what I'm going to say anyway. You kill us, into Batishele. Tear gas is entirely up to them. That means people I don't want to emphasize what is going to happen, but we have witnessed a terrorist under Sanwo-Olu when people were killed during the Lekki massacre. We are not going to run away if you do all this. If you think that you will intimidate us, oh yeah, you tear gas, and you boss okay. Our right lambere fun, our ne weapon, but ama gbe ogun dani sara. Ama dira ti Quran, ama dira ti Jesu. We will fight with everything that we have, but ni weapon. So it is entirely up to each of the state governor to respect a peaceful rally. Yes, it will disrupt things. That is the reason why we are doing it, because Atibayin Soro. So if you are one of those thinking that it's just one of day-to-day outing, outing is a serious situation. Pastor, because there will be a lot of infiltration by even the Fulanese. So this is the reason why we have to be vigilant. We need the walkie-talkie and a contemporary problem. Maybe somebody fall down, they need emergency. There is a lot of things that is needed. But because I want Yoruba rally, okay, no problem. The rally will start, and maybe that will, allow you to support. Not support me, support the YSDM. If there need, I will come out officially as a media organization to use it to support. I am already using my strength every day. This is my second program. I can run this program for as much as long as I have internet. I've spent over close to 500,000 naira. That's if you're on internet. You think it's a small money. This is why we need funding. Because it's already telling me that I have probably, I don't understand how the internet is working here. because internet ara mo ti rà lẹ́ẹ̀mejì nísìn. So tó bá tán nísìn tí ìbá lówó lọ́wọ́, then that means you're not going to see me on the scene. And I'm sure you want me to come out just like all other media. Doesn't mean I'm in Africa, I shouldn't be coming out to talk to you. And I don't want to restrict myself with one particular platform. That's why we are doing everything possibly best, to speak on many platforms. But it seems our MixLR is not going to come back on this morning. So let's go back and see some of the comment that is coming through. Once again, my name has not changed. It's still OLAYOMI KOIKI. Talking about Yoruba Nation, Kokinshi offense. Forget about what most often Seyi Makinde is planning to become the president. So it is entirely up to us to tell them to fuck off. Over the president, your state in the last 8 years, nothing. So if you think that these people cares about you, they don't care. So tebade rò ma ko àwọn thugs yin síta, mo ti sọ fún àwọn thugs yin pé ọmọ Yorùbá kan náà ni gbogbo wa, but tẹ́ bá ṣèkà fún wa máa ṣèkà fẹ́yìn náà ni, simple as that. Nígbà táwọn méjèèjì bá ti kọ́kọ́ bára wa jà, àwọn tó jẹ́ enemy wa gan máa wò pé so wá dá ká máa bára wa jà bí ọmọ Yorùbá. So gbogbo yẹn là ń ṣàlàyé fún àwọn èèyàn wa, and I'm trying as much as possible not to make it look like it's a violent rally, but ẹ̀yin lẹ máa decide if you want us to remain non-violent. No violence is good anywhere in the world. But tó bá yẹ pé violent lẹ fẹ́ fi gbé wá, then we have no other choice. We will have to use the same violence on you. If you use violence on us, we use the violence. It's as simple as that. Kò sí àní kankan nínú yẹn. Ìyẹn ń ṣe téèyàn máa fi pamọ́. Ìyẹn ń ṣe pé ẹ má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. No. You use violence, we use violence back. Tẹ́ bá ti lè lo violence, àwa náà máa lo violence. At this stage yẹn pé ká má máa fọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́nu. Yes, there are things that we will not say, and this is why we are telling our people, kọ́ lọ dira. Mo ti send owó sí àwọn èèyàn láàárọ̀ yìí, kọ́ lọ ṣògùn. Yes, èmi ò ṣeré. Mo ti send owó sí àwọn èèyàn láàárọ̀ yìí, tán náà wọn need assistance, a little bit I have. Mo ti send ẹ̀ sí wọn pé kọ́ lọ máa dira. Kò bá jẹ́ àwa 100 la bá dira, àwa 100 yẹn náà la máa wà níta, èyí tó kọ́ ẹ máa sọ ẹ máa jí. Torí pé bí ọmọ àlè lẹ́yìn ni. So mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. So this is not a joke. Àwọn Babangida nígbà tó ń ṣe kú wọn, they are less than 40 years old. Babangida ló wà lórí wheelchair yẹn nísìn. Do you know owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ Babangida? Ẹ mọ ètò jí kúrò lára Nàìjíríà. So don't come and tell us that, we will do this, it's going to affect you. Tó bá máa affect ẹ kó affect ẹ, I don't give a toss. We're talking about the lives of millions of people. I can travel back to UK without any restriction. You cannot travel if you don't have visa. And I'm sure kò ṣe gbogbo yín ló máa fún ní visa. If you like, play UK. Most of you have lied to the UK that you are got this, you are got that. You know it's a lie. And that's why they're making immigration to become very, very strict. But what we are saying is that we have our country, we can then have a cordial relationship with England or Britain. And don't expect all those that are in abroad, tons of people in Nigeria, mother, tell them to return back home. Tell them to return back home. They can't. So let the group go and buy their own walkie-talkie. Yes, and to buy ropa need walkie-talkie. Don't call me. You know where to buy it. One tala lady, Lord Oyinbe, Mr. Koiki Wabawara. No, I'm not buying for anybody. You should know where they're selling walkie-talkie. So Muki Egani Oloyede, Muki Gbogbo èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, as we continue to push. Why do you need a gas mask? Ìbéèrè. Why do you need a gas mask? Má bí mi, mò ń bọ̀. Àtàló tó wà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo fẹ́ wà ń comment tó ń bọ̀. Because ẹlòmíì ìbéèrè òpònú ló máa béèrè. Tinubu is getting his son ready for Lagos State Governor. When is the rally coming up? Because we have to prepare for that. Well, we have already been telling people to prepare. Suffering now, Mr. Ayodeji. Atinike ló máa prepare. Baba máa make announcement. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ́nà tí máa ṣẹlẹ̀. So that's all I can say. That is the information so far. So when is it coming? How far with the date? Professor Akintoye will make that announcement very soon. Kolukaluku ló máa múra sílẹ̀. Wake up, Tinubu is getting his son ready. We must do everything from now. I want you in 2 years. Well, the election in Nigeria and see, right? So we have the advantage against them. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Our new advantage. So what they will do now is one of them make every reasonable to make sure that that outing is disrupted. I know that. I know what they will do. But our lama were adamant àwa la máa fárígá pé no àgbà but tá bá ti sọ pé àgbà that means pé Tinubu máa di president 2027 governor máa di Lagos state pẹ̀lú ọmọ ẹ̀ so we have the 2 years window and that start now so kò sí àní kankan mọ́ nísìn èmi ò ní election máa ṣẹlẹ̀ subject to you and me èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mo lè ṣe but tó bá ní ẹ kò kàn ẹ́ well forget about those abroad ẹni tó kí kò kàn ẹ́ òun ló wà lábroad torí kò ní right láti fi padà wá sílé àbí kó fi wálé kó kọ̀ wá ṣe fàájì kó dẹ̀ padà lọ bó ṣorí ìwọ tó wà ń lé tí o dẹ̀ ti try gbogbo effort nínú Nàìjíríà tó fail you are the one that we are talking to and we are in our millions àwa tá wà nílé pọ̀ ju àwọn diaspora tó wà níta lọ àwa tá wà nílé àpọ̀jù diaspora tó wà níta lọ so àwa gangan ló kàn kò kan ẹni tó wà níta so the rally is coming ẹ lọ máa gbáradì kódà even if it's the smallest thing you think you can do when the rally is out within your community àwọn kan ní ẹ Koiki tó bá wá jẹ́ pé ìwọ̀nba àwa péréke la wà ní àdúgbò kan there is no problem I'm sure that àwọn tẹ́jọ́ wà ní kéré pé yẹn ara ń kan wọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n kàn dúró pé kí nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ ni but tí wọ́n náà bá ti fara hàn pé yes nǹkan ti wà wọ́n ti ní ká jáde o tí wọ́n náà dẹ̀ jáde you will not be alone I can tell you that tàbá jáde nísìnyí àwọn tó ń bínú fún CBAX pé wọ́n ti kó wọn lọ I'm sure they will have no choice wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa so there will be all kind of different people but our own agenda is that a fẹ́ kúrò ní Nigeria we are not coming out because security is not good no we are coming out and this should be something that should be stuck to our mind a fẹ́ jáde nítorí pé ìyà ń jẹ wá tí òyìn báwo lóyìnbó ìwọ náà máa bèèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ àwọn òyìnbó tó máa ń rí ti máa ń post video wọn nígbà tí mo wà London ṣé àwọn dájú àwa lọ ni I don't have problem with the citizens but I have problem with their government that destroy how things should have been.
Okay, where is Nigeria?
As we are before, tí wọ́n wá disturb ayé wa, we would have gone far better than where we are today. Tó bá yẹ pé òyìnbó interrupt that system, we would have gone far better. So mo kí èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo kí bàbá wa Moses, mo kí bàbá mi Jimmy Koya, and thanks very much for the super chat. So we were able support, whether donation to the platform or donation towards the logistics. I used to call it logistics, and part of the logistics is what we are already buying, which we have already bought as well. So so let's come back again, probably maybe another 30-something minutes, so that there will be half an hour. I can go back and relax for another 2 hours and come back out again. So it will just be 32 more minutes to the end of this particular session. We've answered a couple of questions. If I get more questions coming through, I will answer it before the program ends. But one thing is, question and answer on why we Yoruba must exit. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wá ń gbọ́ program yẹn after tá bá ṣe tán ẹ máa bá wa fi sínú comment section. Bàbá wa Moses sọ pé in fact Tinubu will regret if he fails to do what is necessary to solve the present situation of the dead country called Nigeria. I'm sure with Tinubu ti regret being president of Nigeria because we told him that there's nothing that will come out of it. So I think there's a call coming through. Let's pick the call quickly. And this call is coming from Germany. Eba Gonsoke. Eba Fiba Adasito no.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Salam alaikum baba. Káàbọ̀ sórí ètò sir. Àmín sir.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé mo dẹ̀ kí bàbá Kíndóyè, mo dẹ̀ kí bàbá Májàsọ́lá náà tó ṣàlọ́ àmà. Nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ lórí rally yìí ni pé ní tó bá ti tí rally bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn wá bá ti jáde èmi mú wá lábàá pé ní even àwọn arúgbó wa gan arúgbó tí ò bá lè rìn gan ká gbé wọn sórí street ká gbé wọn sórí títì àtàrúgbó àtọmọdé àtàgbàlagbà ká gbé gbogbo ara wa kí gbogbo wa jáde tán sórí títì. So nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn náà wà pẹ̀lú yín.
Thank you very much. And again, this is not about our ọ̀dọ́ nìkan. Ẹni tó ní physical challenge tí Nàìjíríà ti fìyà jẹ tó jọmọ Yorùbá a máa gbé jáde. a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àgbáyé rí ìyà tí ó ń jẹ wá àti ìdí pàtàkì tí. And let me say this, when we come out, there will be many news networks that will be talking and saying different things. Our stand remains that we, the Yoruba, want to exit Nigeria just like British citizen exit European Union without a gunshot. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa, mo kí Azeez, mo kí Mr. Shabe. We, the indigenous Yoruba within Nigeria, want to exit Nigeria to have our own independent country. So kò sí any negotiation tó gbọ́dọ̀ wà láàrin federal government, the spectators, the outsider, the international community. The only thing will be we want to exit. And it is entirely up to the government to now set up a committee, and then our committee to understand by. If they are not going to do so, and they want to go the hard way, I am just, emphasizing ahead. If they want to go the hard way, then that means the hard way would also still lead to a Yoruba country. Kò sí ọ̀nà méjì kankan. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn news network Nigeria, we will keep them busy. Wọn ò ní sàn kankan mọ́ ju pé àwa tá wà níta lọ. So ṣé rí àwọn yẹn, àwọn máa fún wa ní free publicity. Wọ́n ọ̀dá mi lóò ní sí àbí ẹ̀yẹn máa wòran. Èyí tó ṣe kùn bẹ̀m̀bẹ̀m tó ń ṣe journalist hangout, ó ń sọ fún mi pé Nigeria ò ní break. Ó wá sórí comment mi lórí Facebook. Ẹ ti mọ̀ èyí tó ń ṣe journalist hangout kò ń ṣe òtítọ́, èyí tó ń áńkọ̀ ẹ̀ gangan, mo mọ̀ rántí orúkọ ẹ̀. A jọ pàdé nínú election 2019 kan ni, àbí election tó ṣe ṣe 2019 náà lọ dìbò, I think so, 2019 tí mo wálé, tí mo fi wá witness kí ni election ṣe ń wọ̀ ní ibi tí Ọbásanjọ́ ti vote. That was the first time I met him. Not that we exchanged greetings but I just saw him there. That was the first time I'm seeing him. So Moki, our great solution. So you got to remember that we are fighting the media at home as well. But media home, wọ́n máa ríṣẹ́ ṣe ọ̀fẹ́ nígbàlà, àwọn máa bá wa ríṣẹ́ ṣe. Because when activities is already across Yoruba land, they will have nothing to report than what is happening outside. One match analysis, one match berebe, and they will be attacking us. They can say we are terrorists. No matter what anybody wants to say, we don't give a fuck. That is their own cup of tea. Fuck them. Ìran Yorùbá ò lè máa jìyà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kí mídíà Nàìjíríà kó má lè sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí olórí. Let me just leave that. But let me tell them, you will be very busy. Nínú ọdún tàwa náà ni, ẹ máa busy gan. Paper máa busy, blog máa busy. Some of the pastors are already saying that there's a lot of different prophecy that I've been watching. Whether they are just watching what we are saying or Ọlọ́run mi sí wọn nú ni, I don't know. I love God so much. I was born a Muslim. I still believe as a Muslim, but I don't pray. Mo kírun mọ́, kò mí pé mo ṣe Muslim. No, I stopped praying long time ago. I attend Christian prayer. Next week Tuesday, we are likely to bring for the first time mo ti bèrè àṣẹ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí a jọ ń ṣe prayer nínú GR1. If it's okay for them, they have approved it. While we are running our Tuesday prayer from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., we will go live and you will be listening to the prayer. And after that, we close it. Nothing like a program on Tuesday next week, 6 o'clock. You don't want to miss the prayer. We have been doing this prayer going to almost Yawa Grace. After how many years? Listen, I think it's like the 4th year. Just few of us. We are not adding anybody. Anybody to have join prayer group, LOC Multi-Faith. So we are using prayer. Bí mo ṣe ní à ń ṣògùn, à ń ṣe prayer lójoojúmọ́, Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ń gbàdúrà wa, kò dẹ̀ fi wá sílẹ̀. So ṣe lè rí pé ìjà tá à ń jà, ìjà spiritual, physical ni. Èmi ò ṣeré mo sọ fún yín. So we are coming next week Tuesday. Do not miss the prayer as I go live. Ó ní bá ṣe máa ń ṣe prayer yẹn, àwọn tó ń anchor ẹ máa bá wa ṣe àmì, ẹ máa bá wa ṣe àṣẹ, ẹ dẹ̀ máa sọ pé inshallah. So the prayer next week will be focused on the upcoming rally. Àdúrà fún rally tó ń bọ̀. That is what the prayer is going to be for. So yes, one will take 5 years, let's say. Almost 5 years that this prayer started. And it's been very good. And it has helped us spiritually, physically. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Mr. Taiwo, eye for eye, la máa ṣe. But I'm trying as much as possible not to be pushing that out. Tí ọlọ́pàá bá shoot èèyàn, tí wọ́n sọ tí a gbọ́ lórí rédíò pé wọ́n ti shoot èèyàn, that means pé ẹ ti dá wàhálà lẹ́ nìyẹn. Because àwa tá à ń jáde àmú weapon dání, so why using the gun to shoot us? Kí la ṣe? So ẹ sọ fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó jẹ́ ti Yorùbá, àwọn èèyàn máa gbé ògùn jáde gidi gan ni o. Ilé ìṣọ̀rọ̀ Bible, Quran o, àti condemn méjèèjì o. Àti sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n lè lọ ṣògùn gidi káàkiri gbogbo bí. Kódà tó bá lè travel lọ sí any country around Africa, ẹ lọ ṣògùn kẹgbẹ́ padà wá sílé. Ẹ ṣe ògùn gidi sára. Kó máa yẹ pé ọlọ́pàá tó bá lọ ṣe any mess, tó bá ti nà ẹni kan lára, kò sí tó kàn wá, àti sọ fún yín. So it's as simple as that. Eléyìí ń ṣeré o, à ń jáde with a full force ni o. Táwọn tó kù lórí platform tó bá ń ṣàlàyé fún yín, farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ Koikimedia. Èmi ò mọ reason tó ṣe fẹ́ máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. So tó bá sọ fún ẹ, eléyìí ń ṣe pé à ń jáde, ẹ̀yà kan jáde. No, we want to protect everybody. Kò bá já wa 1,000 la lè protect èèyàn 2 million. Ògùn bẹ́ẹ̀ tó possible láti fi ṣe. Àdèmá ní káwọn Angel Michael, ìyẹn la fi ní àwọn Christian, Angel Gabriel, gbogbo àwọn angels kó sọ̀kalẹ̀ sí wa lára nígbà tá a bá ti jáde fún rally. Eré lẹ́ máa rò pé ń bọ̀. Wọ́n sọ fún yín pé in tó ń bọ̀ kò ṣeré. So ibi tá ti máa lo àwọn ti Bible nìyẹn. So àwọn àfáà mo máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ fún wọn, kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọnú alúwà. Mo láwọn àfáà lọ́wọ́. Mo máa sọ fún wọn nísìn. So tó bá ti ṣe ẹ̀ tán, a kàn máa pẹran ni. Wọ́n máa sọ Quran kalẹ̀. Because this is a big war tó ń bọ̀. Àwọn tó fẹ́ gbógun wá, àwa tètè gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ńkà wọn ká stop wọn, and the only way ta lè fi stop wọn ni pé ká jáde fún rally. Tá a bá ṣe lè wá pa ṣé gèsì gbogbo yín lára. And we don't want that. Because ogun ti dé, etí gbogbo wo ò di. Pásítọ̀ yẹn ṣàsọ, tí bàbá Adébóyè ò bá lè sọ, bàbá yìí sọ náà. Because àwọn bàbá Adébóyè ń bẹ̀rù, wọ́n protect institution wọn. Pastor Jerry ní sí òní sọ pé Nàìjíríà gbọ́dọ̀ break. Ó wà okay now. Ìyá àdúrà ṣèbí London lọ́wà. Ṣé ṣé ìyá àdúrà lè feed gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá? Ṣé wọ́n lè feed àwọn tó wà ní community mi níjẹ̀bú Òde? Wọ́n lè feed wa náà, so gbogbo charity tó ń ṣe yẹn kò lè ran gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. We love what they are doing, they are philanthropists, but kò lè ran tó wà nílẹ̀. I need ìjọba, government I need Yorùbá government tó lè save ayé wa, tó lè protect wa. Fádà balẹ̀ kó gbọ́n pàtàkì sọ àti fẹ́ parí ètò.
Williams lorúkọ ẹ̀.
His name is Williams.
Wọ́n parí on the
Ẹjẹ́ ń pẹ̀lú láti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Killed him on
tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá.
the Yoruba indigene.
Mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ̀rọ̀.
I want to talk to you all.
Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀.
And I want
Mo
you
kí
to
bàbá mi
listen
Miko.
and accept what I'm about to say.
Wọ́n náà ti ba abúlé yín, wọ́n ti gbà á tán.
I said they are
So
already.
ṣé nísìn tí wọ́n náà ti gba abúlé tán, àníkà jáde, ìwọ wá ní ẹ, rally yẹn, ó máa affect wa, o ti ń plan travel. Kò sí ìtókàn wá pẹ̀lú yẹn o. Kò sí ìtókàn wá pẹ̀lú yẹn rárá. Tó bá plan travel ẹ̀ yẹ tètè change ẹ̀ nísìn, kó revoke ticket ẹ̀. Tó bá fẹ́ tètè padà lọ sí abroad, ra ticket kó máa padà lọ. Anything can happen o. So eléyìí ń sọ̀rọ̀ Koiki, eléyìí tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe yìí. We are talking, pastor yìí ni wọ́n ti gbalẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Òun sọ pé o fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ travel ló wà nílẹ̀ ni. Ìwọ lè travel, àwọn tó lè travel nǹkan. Àwọn èèyàn wà ní gbogbo African country nísìn tí yà ń jẹ wọ́n. Ẹgbẹ́ òsókè bàbá.
Helping you from your villages all over Yoruba state.
Ní Ogun State.
In Ogun.
Pastor ni mí, Mùsùlùmí ni mí, kò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú rẹ̀. Ta là wá ta fẹ́ question ẹ̀. So, I am now using this opportunity, the last few minutes of this broadcast, pé ká fi ṣe àdúrà fún ìyá wa yìí tí ọkọ wọn ṣaláìsí. A máa ṣe kúlú Allah mẹ́ta, iná àtẹ́ná kan. Kọ́lọ̀n wọlá, they are not Muslim, but we're going to do Christian and Muslim. Tí bá rẹ́ni tó lè pè wọlé kó bá mi ṣe ti Christian one. she is a strong, full supporter of Yoruba nation. Àwọn tó bá wà nínú ìfẹ́ lódùn, wá mọ ẹni tí mò ń sọ, I'm not going to mention her name. My mom lost her husband when I was 2 years old. So I know what it means to lose your husband at a very early stage of a relationship, whether they are already in 30 years or 2 years or 20 years. That means that ẹrù èèyàn méjì ó di ẹrù èèyàn kan nìyẹn. And that also goes to others that have done or lost their family as well. So kọ́lọ́n kó jọ kó wọlá iná tẹ́ná àti kúlọ̀ aláàtàmákàí gbogbo àṣìṣe ọkọ wọn kó bá wa parẹ́. The husband supported the Yoruba country to come. That is the reason why the wife was able to do it. Ìdílé tí wọ́n bá ń takora wọn nípa Yoruba nation kò lè ṣeé ṣe o. Ìyá wa kan náà èyí máa yẹ kí n dárúkọ wọn, àwọn lose ọkọ wọn ní last year. Ó dà pé last year ni kọ́lọ̀ máa ń dúró tì wọ́n. Ó ní ọ̀nkù mi kan náà tó wá sí London. Kódà ikú tí wọ́n yẹn tẹ̀ shock me. But again, life says moves on. But what they will want is just like Yawa Janet Fashakin. We've lost a couple of people that have died natural death. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kulu Allahu Had, Allahu Samad, Lam Yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Inna atayna kalika sara fasali rabbika wanhak, inna sani akawata. Kọ́lọ̀ kó wọlá àṣìṣe bàbá yìí, kó bá wọ parẹ́. I've asked my mom how she survived without her husband when we were young. But àwa láti dàgbà yín nísìn tí gbogbo yín náà tí wọ́n á rí báyìí. It is not going to be easy for anything, but we pray that the wife and the children that the man left behind, Ọlọ́run bá wa dúró tì wọ́n. And these are the reasons why we need to fight to the finish to get a Yoruba country. Ó ní ọ̀kan náà tó kú ní Belgium or either Australia. Kódà ìyàwó wọn sọ fún mi pé the man was calling my name and praying, before he eventually gave up the ghost. Either Australia or Belgium, I can't remember now. So we've lost few people along the line for whatever reason, but that is life, and life must continue. So that is about it. Kọ́lọ̀ wá wọlá gbogbo àwátakù náà kó mú wa dúró dáadáa. Okay, yes, 3 years ago, ìyàwó àyẹ̀tí sọ fún mi ní sí pé she lost her husband 3 years ago. Okay, what a close that. Ṣé ó ti pé 3 years ni? Ṣé wọn kò ti pé 3 years tó kú ni ẹ sure? Just like yesterday. Wow. Ọjọ́ náà pẹ́ o. It's not easy. Anyway, as I'm going to be ending the broadcast, I will try to, 3 years ago, 2022. Wow. Just like yesterday. It's not easy. So, mo kí gbogbo yín olólùfẹ́ wa. My mom says I should stop a little bit of the cursing on the broadcast. Lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan máa jáde o. Ó ti wà ní blood. But I cannot stop the bomb bastard. But we try to reduce the cost just to make sure I please my mom and my wives. So, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, I have a safer account. If you want to send me money that is going to be from safer, mo lè gbà nínú safer, you can reach out to me. I will give you only number kan tí máa fún yín. Wọ́n pè ní Momo. I spoke with one of my pastors yesterday. He says everybody is waiting for the rally. Wow, you know what man fi gbọ́ nìyẹn. Káwọn pastor máa gbáradì. This is the time that they will go in serious prayer. Kó gun ọ̀run dìde, kẹ́mi mímọ́ dìde, kí gbogbo nǹkan dìde, kó protect wa, kó defend wa from the enemies. So as I give you the final from here, I will probably come back later on in the evening, and then we will continue the program. My team will do more program. I have instructed them to do more program. There's a program coming up in April 26th. But I want to adjust the flyer here because of Yawasi. I was speaking to Emola yesterday. Ìkílẹ̀ iná ṣe máa ṣe flyer tẹ̀fẹ́ ṣe event tẹ̀fẹ́ àwọn obìnrin sí. Ẹ̀mọ́ important obìnrin ni. níṣẹ́ yẹn nínú Yorùbá nation country. We want our women to hold positions up to the top. A woman will never be given position in Nigeria if we remain one Nigeria. So that is how far we can go this morning. I hope you've learned something new, especially with the Q&A. Though I got many questions, but the little that we've got, we've been able to address it. I couldn't get the Facebook going. Auntie me to send message CV, you know. One country, two different laws. Country, two presidents. Sultan of Sokoto, Nigerian president, and Asiwaju Auntie me Timonoyi Aman Soro. Wọ́n send message sí mi ní sẹ́mọ̀ pé lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọ́n sọ fún mi pé you can now use an Islamic certificate to enter a nursing program. So kò ń ṣe dandan ni pé kò ní, so àwọn tó ń bọ̀ láti Futajalon, they will be using their Islamic certificate to become a nurse. So ogun ọ̀run á sọ̀kalẹ̀ lórúkọ Jésù. We will be doing a lot of prayers as we are also gearing up for other areas that can help us as well. So ẹ bá mi pín program yìí, ẹ bá wa comment, bàbá wa Taiwo, we have just 8 minutes. Wọ́n ní is eye for eye. If the government police introduce violence, then àwọn náà máa rí ìtọ́jú wọn bá rí. Bàbá wa Rasheed sọ pé rally we are holding is not a day event. Yes, that is something that we need to understand. The rally is not one day event. Lẹ́yìn wo bí a mo ṣe lè rí fídíò bàbá Kítóyè níbí báyìí. Mo need 2 good phones quickly, but I manage it. And kódà phone mi kan láàárọ̀ yìí, mo ní láti switch studio number mi kan sí iPhone 13 mi tí mo ń lò tẹ́lẹ̀, because iPhone 15 mi lélẹ̀, because mo ń struggle every time mo ń sọ fún mi pé mo ní space, mo ti fẹ́ máa fún mi ní mental torture, so I had to switch over. So ẹ̀yin kankan bí a tẹ bá send message sí mi, you might just have to wonder that I'll be asking you talele, because I'm not sure whether the WhatsApp was able to carry. I couldn't even wait, because every time I switch to WhatsApp on the 979, ó máa ń dààmú láàmú gan. So ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wò bí a kárí fídíò tí bàbá Kítóyè fi bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní March 5. That was when I was still in Africa. Nígbà tó bá world media sọ̀rọ̀. And fẹ́yìn tí ẹ ṣe ń bílẹ̀, ó dà pé mo ti delete ẹ̀ nígbà tó yẹ pé message ti pọ̀ jù lórí eléyìí náà. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ṣe ń bílẹ̀ pé Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ti gba country, ìyá mi Dúpẹ́ Agboola mo kí yín. Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí is working for President Bola Tinubu. Take this message to anywhere. Tinubu is aware of it as well. Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí was brought in by Tinubu to stop Baba Kítóyè and Igboho from liberating us officially. So gbogbo tó ń ṣe nísìn, I was watching, you know, I do watch some of their program once in a while. They have no ground to even talk about they are working as a country. We don't have a country, but we have ground on the current Nigeria right now. I need ground. We have many of our media at home. Likewise, we have people that are still working back to back. Omeyo is there. We have, you know, George Akinola. We have many people, Iya Jagun, Sholako Bodoku, many people, Babawa Lokolodo, Ani Babawa Oba Ogboni. These are the people that we might not have a structured office, but we have offices that people are operating from, and officially in Nigeria, because we are not committing any crime. So for somebody, just before we wrap it up in 6 minutes, kó wá máa sọ pé Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ó ti gba country fún yín tó ń pè ní Democratic Republic of Yorubas. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi Dúpẹ́ Agboola. The question from diaspora ni pé, where is the country? Ẹni ó ti gba country. Where is it? Ní party bo ni country yẹn wà. Mo kí ẹ láti Lagos Island, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fátókí, gbogbo mainland. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lẹ́pẹ̀tẹ́dò, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo communities wa àti villages wa. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń tajà, tẹ́ ń rà, ajá máa wọ gbá. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀rẹ̀ta tẹ́ rà, Elédùmarè á bùkún fún wa. Mo dẹ̀ kí gbogbo àwọn pastors wa àtàwọn ìmáàmù àtàwọn babaláwo wa. So if somebody is saying that a ti gba country, how do you recognize that you are already in a country? First and foremost, ọlọ́pàá tó bá wà ní country tẹwà tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn kò gbọ́dọ̀ wọṣọ ọlọ́pàá yẹn mọ́ nínú country tiyín. Tí Baba Akintoye bá make a declaration at any time in Yoruba land, wọ́n bí bàbá ńlá ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà kókó tó wọṣọ ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà lórí ilẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Wọ́n bí sójà kan dá kó náà fẹ́ ṣe sójà lé wa lórí ilẹ̀ yẹn ni mò ń sọ. Wọ́n lè ṣe sójà lé wọn lórí ní north, ní south east, ní middle belt, but wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wọ́n tí bí navy officer kan kó wọṣọ Nàìjíríà kó tó wá máa ṣe direction fún wa. In tó ń pè ní country nìyẹn. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá ní Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ti gba country fún yín, tí ọlọ́pàá ti bá dé bọ́dà nísìn, ti bá pe Azeez Shakiru nísìn pé kó máa bọ̀, tá bá dé bọ́dà Benin bẹ́ẹ̀ nísìn, ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà wọ́n bí ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà dá tá bá gba country wa kó náà dúró sí bọ́dà tí kò ṣe instruction ti gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tiwa pẹ̀lú uniform men tiwa. So ó dà pé àwọn tó ń náà wọ́n gba country, sometimes you ask yourself níbo ni wọ́n ti rí this kind of message pé Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ti gba wọ́n ti declare country kódà country náà ti exist. It doesn't work like that. I understand that gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ni ẹ̀ ti wà pẹ̀lú Baba Akintoye ó ti slow tẹ́lẹ̀. Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí náà wà lára àwọn tó bà iṣẹ́ yẹn jẹ́. Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ó wà lára àwọn tó wá bà iṣẹ́ yẹn jẹ́ tí kò fi jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe. One day there's one useless media doing useless program on Yoruba on YouTube now saying that Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí has given us our country. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn yẹn wọ́n ní understanding. Àwa tí à ń sọ fún yín pé kò tí sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ country. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ country. Nigerian passport sì operate any country. Tí rògbòdìyàn bá ṣẹlẹ̀ gan nísìn, Nigerian passport gan kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ at some point because wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ between eléyìí tá fẹ́ ṣe yìí. So that passport gan máa ní problem. But it seems that our people do not understand it. Should we extend the program for another 1 hour? If that's okay with you. I don't have a problem. Take our extend this 1 more hour. Àbí ká máa lọ. Public opinion. Mo kí bàbá mi Uthman. Should we extend it for another 1 hour? Okay, one yes. Yoruba kids, ẹ ṣé gan ni. So, in tí mo ń try láti analyze láàárọ̀ yìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí tó ń sọ fún wa pé òun gba country fún wa. Where is that country? I am asking. Ibo ni country náà ti exist? Ṣé mọ̀ pé as at yesterday, sister wa kan pè mí, wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ ilẹ̀, ẹ̀nà mo náà fẹ́ kọ́ ilẹ̀, wọ́n ra ilẹ̀, wọ́n wá ń yọ blọ́ọ̀kì níbẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ yọwọ́ lẹ́nu. Yorùbá Nation la fẹ́ TV láti Hong Kong, mo kí ẹ ṣé gan ni. So we'll extend it for 1 hour, so we have our full 3 hours. Wọ́n ní where is Ọmọlúkà? Bí Ọmọlúkà ló ń gbáradì. Kẹ́bàárẹ̀ mi náà fúnjọ́ mẹ́ta mo lè máa lọ gbáradì. I gotta máa lọ dírà. Àbí kò yé yín. Ọmọlúkà is fine, you know. I met him in when I was around the last time, you know, nígbà tó náà wá sí Kútọ́nù. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní South Africa. So a ṣì ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀, and I think I should record this so that people can have access to this information tí mo ń record lọ́wọ́ nísìn. Mo kí brother mi Mr. Israel is always sending coded message because the world is in code. Mo ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ní Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí padà because rakatia ni ẹ mo fẹ́ kí ilé tí mo fi bí ṣe rán ọ́ send message kan sí mi nísìn ni. Mo fẹ́ gbé ká lọ gbọ́ YouTube video yìí. À ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí again, mo ń bọ̀. Let me put the mic on again. Mo ń bọ̀ ní sùúrù. This message was sent to me yesterday. Mr. Olayinkani, my brother, those people are doing program which they can't show their face on their program. It's not even about doing a program. Whether I do a program or not, Yoruba Nation is not yet a country. But if I come out now and say Atigba country and I'm not showing my face, it doesn't even add up. The fact remains is that the fact remains that I'll come back to this video. Tí bá fẹ́ gbàgbé ẹjọ́ rán mi létí pé mo fẹ́ play video kan fún wa. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ record eléyìí náà. This is Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep once again. Is a voice note coming from our studio in 17th April 2025. So, à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa arábìnrin tó ń pè rẹ̀ ní Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí. Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí sọ pé òun ti gba country officially fún ọmọ Yorùbá. Whether ọmọ Yorùbá tó believe in her or not. But question tá à ń bi Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ni pé níbo ni country náà ti wà? Àti pé apá abo ní ilé ayé yìí ni country náà wà? Because Nigeria is still a country. Kò dẹ̀ síbi kankan tó indicate tí indicator wà ní àgbáyé lẹ́nìí tó sọ pé Yorùbá ó ti wà officially as a country, whether recognized or not is not what we are talking about. Kò sí any authentic verification. Kí ló ń pè ní verification? Ìtìyàn lè wà lọ sọ pé gbà lọ yẹ̀ wò. Most of the time wọ́n ní ó ní template tó wà lọ́wọ́ òun ò fẹ́ fi fún anybody. The question is, how can you be talking about a country and you are talking about òfìfì template? Ṣé template yìí bó ṣe fẹ́ run country là ń sọ ni? Níbo ni ẹ̀rí yẹn wà pé country yẹn exist? Òun là ń béèrè. We are not telling you àwa ti gbé manifesto wa jáde nísìn ó wà lọ́wọ́ mi ẹni tó bá fẹ́ wò ẹ lọ sí koikimediainternationalnews.com ẹ bá níbẹ̀. But we are talking about how do we verify this country? Níbo la ti fẹ́ verify ẹ̀? Ọ̀nà bó la máa gbà verify pé Yorùbá ti di country under this DRY àbí DRP tẹ́ ń pè. Ó ní o ti gba country Adélé wà okay Adélé tó ló wà yẹn iṣẹ́ wo làwọn ń ṣe? Because as far as I'm concerned our governors are still there. Àwa bá jáde fún rally nísìn probability pé àwọn governors yẹn wá sá 440. So ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé Dúpẹ́ bí àwọn ìyá wa ṣe ń sọ níbí báyìí country lórí irọ́ all these are fraud. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ country. So ìwọ tí lóòótọ́ ó ń ẹ̀ lọ́kàn pé kí Yorùbá di country but ó ń wo pé Olóyè Ìgbòho ti pẹ́ jù Bàbá Akíntóyè ti pẹ́ jù àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹbí kan tẹ́ máa ń sọ nìyẹn pé bàbá debunker ẹbí kan tí Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí sọ fún yín nìyẹn pé bàbá debunker but ẹni tí kò debunk níbo ni ibi tí ó lè fi sọ fún wa pé verification ìlú yẹn lélẹ̀? There is nowhere. Kò dẹ̀ sí kankan tó ń jẹ́ pé United Nations mọ̀ nípa iṣẹ́ tí Dúpẹ́ ń ṣe. Kò sí any authentic evidence to it. Ìyí bàbá Sami tó lọ jókòó síwájú United Nations tán ní country wa lélẹ̀ tí wọ́n gbé mọ́tò wọ́n kò sanwó fún mọ́tò tí wọ́n fi advert sí lára tó ń run around New York. Ìyẹn ò mí nípa ti gba country. Ṣèbí àwọn yẹn ń ṣiṣẹ́ owó wọn ni iṣẹ́ owó wọn ló ń ṣe. So deceit, illusion and lies ni Dúpẹ́. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé àwọn kan ti padà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ but wọ́n dúró pé kí Bàbá Akíntóyè activate. Àwọn wá follow padà. Tẹ́ bá lọ wo Queen B nísìn ẹ rí pé gbàgbós ló ń gbà sí fún Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí. Then Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí is not known across the whole of Yoruba land bí ṣe bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nìí. Tí bá pe Olóyè Ìgbòho wọlé nísìn pé kókọ̀ kíyín àwọn èèyàn máa kọ́ tibẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa fi jẹun lọ. Ẹ gbọ́ mi mo lè pe bàbá mi Olóyè Ìgbòho lórí live yìí nísìn á sì dá mi lóhùn máa kọ́ ní kókọ̀ bá mi kíyín ni but kò necessary. So what we are saying is that nígbà tí mo dé mo bá Bàbá Akíntóyè àjọjókòó 7 hours ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus pé látijọ́ tó náà ti ń ṣe Yorùbá nation lóòótọ́ ó lè má lè travel ó dẹ̀ lè travel mo mọ immigration status ẹ̀. Lóòótọ́ èèyàn lè wà nínú kan kó má lè travel or kó lè travel kó má bẹ̀rù pé nígbà tá à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation kọ́lọ́pàá máa mú ohun tó bá wálé and all that ó wà understandable. But nígbà tí wọ́n náà ti gba country ṣé Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus tún bẹ̀rù ni láti béèrè pé níbo ni ẹni tó jẹ́ leader wọn wà káwọn tẹ̀jọ pàdé? Ṣèbí Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ní country lòun ti gbà fún yín that means pé ó lẹ́tì ní nǹkan kan tóun lè fi travel. Kí Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus mo challenge ẹ̀ ẹni ní 17th of April kó sọ fún Dúpẹ́ pé kó wá sí Turkey kọjọ jókòó kọjọ ríra face to face. bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe lọ rí bàbá Kítóyè tí mo jókòó pẹ̀lú bàbá Kítóyè tí mo dẹ̀ fi ẹ̀rín wọ̀nyí ẹni kí Wálé Àlí tó náà support Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí torí pé Wálé Àlí náà níwèé ó náà ti wá sílé rí that means pé ó níwèé láti fi travel nínú London wá sí Africa ó lọ síbi tó bá wùn ẹni mo challenge Wálé Àlí kó sọ bí tí Dúpẹ́ bá wà kóhun lọ rí Dúpẹ́ àwọn ò ní láti mọ bí tí Dúpẹ́ wà èmi ò ní láti fẹ́ mọ bí tí Dúpẹ́ wà kí mo fẹ́ mọ bí tí Dúpẹ́ wà kò ń ṣe leader mi mo mọ bí tó lóye wà nísìn ó wà ní Germany pẹ̀lú àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀ àtàwọn ọmọ bàbá Kítóyè wà ní Kútọ́nù mo wà láyìíká wọn báyìí these are our leaders ṣé ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wá ní ẹ̀gbà fún olóyè àmọ́ ẹ rí olóyè as at the time tí ó sì wálé ní eléyìí tí ẹ rí kò ń ṣe pé ẹ rí lóòótọ́ àárí èrò tó wá bá wa but ní abẹ́ bíríìjì tí wọ́n ti sọ pé olóyè ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà jẹ́ kọ́mọ̀ èmi àti ẹ̀ wà lórí abẹ́ bíríìjì yẹn ní February that show pé olóyè ò kì í ṣe ghost that show pé olóyè ọmọ Adéyẹmọ ò kì í ṣe ghost èèyàn bíi tèmi àti ẹni ṣé ghost ní Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí wọn náà Ọmọlúkà ń ṣe program lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń béèrè Ọmọlúkà èèyàn mi nìyẹn Ọmọlúkà the one so in tí mò ń fẹ́ fàyọ ni pé ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń gbà fún Dúpẹ́ pé ó gbé yín lọ sí country ó ń ṣe this ó ń ṣe that these are lies there is nowhere as at today that we have a Yoruba country kò sí kankan tó jọ Yoruba country is not yet declared so ìwọ tó jẹ́ Yorùbá tó wà nílé gbogbo in tó ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus program lásán ló ń ṣe o analysis lásán ló ń ṣe o because kò lè máa náà ti gba country kó tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà kí ni kan pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà kí ni Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus pẹ̀lú tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà in tó wà ní country tí bó ṣe fẹ́ ṣètò ìjọba wọn níbo ló fẹ́ ṣe é sí báwo ló ṣe máa support èmi ló máa support gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá because ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ ló gba country sọ máa lé àwa náà kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣé Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí máa lé wa kúrò pé nílẹ̀ wa tí ó náà ti gba country tí a dẹ̀ accepted táwa náà bá gba country ṣe a máa sọ pé Ìjìnlẹ̀ má wálé ẹ̀yin tí ẹ gbà fún ṣe rò pé ta bá gba country a máa lé yín kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ a lè lé yín kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ pé ṣe ṣú ọ̀pẹ wà òkè ṣe ṣú ọ̀pẹ normal ṣe ṣú ọ̀pẹ nílàkà because ilẹ̀ kan tíyàn kan rà ó fẹ́ yọ block lásán wọ́n ò jẹ́ kó yọ block eléyìí ṣe ìyá yẹn wà lórí program wọ́n gbọ́ mi báyìí o èmi ni mo láti bá wọn pe èèyàn kan ní ìlú yẹn pé kó jọ kó bá wa lọ dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó ilẹ̀ kékeré ni mo ń sọ yìí kò ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ńlá o kò ń ṣe hectares of land ẹ mọ àwọn tó wà ní diaspora kókò rí kankan kọ́lé kékeré sí wọn ò jẹ́ kó yọ blọọkì lórí ẹ̀ ẹ wá ní Nàìjíríà ẹ̀yin ti declare ẹ ti kúrò ní Nàìjíríà àdẹ̀rí ẹ̀rí kankan as far as I'm concerned kò sí anywhere tẹ́bá ẹni ká lọ máa Google kí là ń Google bẹ́ẹ̀ni they are confused people so eléyìí ni mò ń send direct message pé àwa ti fẹ́ jáde fún rally lóòótọ́ Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí lẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé that's fine ẹ má wá compromise rally yẹn a máa pa yín ni o mo sì máa ní kí n má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ń sọ fún yín tẹ́ bá compromise rally yẹn ikú nìyẹn o because ìtagbédání ẹ lè tún fi olórí burúkú ti yín and I'm speaking directly kò ń ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá gidi o àwọn tó fẹ́ wá compromise ẹ̀ from the Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ẹ má try ẹ̀ ẹ má gbìyànjú ẹ̀ rárá ọmọ Yorùbá ni yín tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá lè tẹ̀lé wa jáde gẹ́gẹ́ bá ti jọ ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ then ẹ fi wá sílẹ̀ but ẹ̀yin ò lè ṣe kankan Wálé Àdìgán sọ pé ẹ lè pèrò jáde kó jáde nísìn ẹ lè pèrò 5,000 jáde tí èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tó bá fún mi láyè tí bá pèrò jáde at least 1 million people á tẹ̀lé mi lẹ́yìn èmi náà dẹ̀ lead yín Ìjìnlẹ̀ ò lè lead yín láti Turkey Wálé Àlé ò lè lead yín àtẹ̀mọ́bi tí ìtò wà l'Amẹ́ríkà kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ tó pẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Black Devil ṣé Black Lion lẹ́ ń pè àmọ́bi tó wà so it seems that ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé ẹ desperate ẹ wà eager pé kí Yorùbá di country báwa náà ṣe wà eager nìyẹn but in tó wá ṣe ni pé wọ́n pull yín out wọ́n gbé yín sórí scale kò sí anything tó wà lábẹ́ scale yẹn ẹ̀kọ́ wa ń wà níbẹ̀ wọ́n wá ń ṣe program tó ń ṣe wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà kí ní kàn wá pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà nígbà tẹ́ ti ní country ti yín any reason to be talking about Nigeria ṣé wèrè nìyí ni ṣé ẹ̀ ní làákàyè ni tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tẹ̀ ní làákàyè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ní number 6 lórí. So these are the message fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ followership Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì. Àbẹ́gì pé kẹtẹ̀lé wa lẹ́yìn àwa ní èrò tó ju èrò lọ tó máa tẹ̀lé Ìgbòho táwọn èèyàn bá rí Ìgbòho ní Nàìjíríà lẹ́ni wà láìtàlá símọ́bìlá ìlàsílẹ̀. That is the end of Nigeria. Kò ń ṣe pé a fi ń dẹnu Ìgbòho tó gbé ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ èèyàn ní àwọn alágbára tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn kódà Ìbà Gani Adams wọn á tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn kò ń ṣe pé a fi ń wọ́ba Gani Adams nílẹ̀ èèyàn ní kábíyèsí Elédùmarè èèyàn ní. So gbogbo ìtẹ́yìn ṣe yẹn ìtàn pè ní eré tọ́ì ẹmọ tọ́ì àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké òun lẹ́ ń ṣe yẹn ẹjọ́ kò ẹ̀ ń ṣe program kí ni ẹni ṣe pẹ̀lú Yorùbá Nation tẹ́ náà gbà ẹni we are citizen of democratic of Yorùbá Nation àbí Yorùbá. I think there is something tẹ́ni láti lọ check nǹkan kan right pẹ̀lú yín ẹ ti ní mental problem pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí Dúpẹ́ sọ fún yín. So ó bẹ́tà kẹ́ mọ̀ pé kò sí ọ̀nà níbẹ̀ bọ̀ kò ń ṣe dandan tá bá declare country tiwa officially ìjọ tá bá declare Yorùbá Nation ìjọ ilẹ̀ mi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbé nílé èmi ò tún padà lọ sí England mọ̀ wà láìtàlá iṣẹ́ mọ́bílá ìlàsíláwà tí bá máa padà lọ jẹ́ pé a ti settle down dáadáa ìtorí iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tá fẹ́ máa ṣe. Tí bàbá Akíntóyè bá ti declare Yorùbá Nation èmi àti yín àjọ máa gbé nílẹ̀ yẹn ni kọ́ wá di Nigerian government kò ní sí Nigerian government mọ́. So gbogbo ilé ìtẹ̀yìn ṣe yẹn child's play ni wọ́n kàn sọ fún yín pé ẹ ti gba country lórí social media ni ẹnu lásán nìyẹn kò mú kankan jáde kò mú any verification ẹni mi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwa ti dig down kò sí kankan tó jọ àwọn èèyàn bí mi pé àwọn tí mo lọ ń bá gan bí mi pé ṣé mi gan ti wà òkè mo ní kò sí kankan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Lẹ́tà lásán la gbé lọ sí Downing Street ẹ wo bí Nigerian government ṣe shake. Do you know what it means? Content of that letter ó máa reflect jáde tá a bá jáde ní rally bàbá ti hint mi. Lẹ́tà tá a gbé lọ sí Downing Street yẹn gbá result ẹ̀ jáde nígbà tá a bá ti wà nínú rally. Ìtàn pè ní pé personality bàbá Britain nìkan mọ̀. So what we are saying is that there is no government called Democratic Republic of Yoruba. It is just an illusion. Tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ tán pè ní illusion. Bí ṣe jókòó sí bíbá nísìn in tí mò ń wọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀ kí wọ́n ní ọmọ Yorùbá ọmọ Lion má ti dé bíbá ikẹ́ Tiger nìyẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé yóò rí ẹ wá ń bi mí pé Koiki ṣé o lè switch camera yẹn káwa náà rí Tiger tó ní wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ window yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé ó máa difficult fún mi láti switch camera ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa ó dà ẹ̀yẹ́ ká tún lò báyìí. Ta ló lè rántí tí mo ní mo jẹ láàárọ̀ yìí nígbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ wá ṣe program ẹni tó bá follow program ta ṣe láàárọ̀ yìí mo kàn fẹ́ wo ta ló mọ̀ tí mo sọ pé mo jẹ kí n dẹ̀ fi ẹ̀rẹ́ kí n kàn fi evidence ẹ̀wọ̀n yìí nísinsìn mo ní kúrò níbi tí mo jókòó sí yìí mo kàn fẹ́ wo ẹni tó mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo ní mo jẹ nǹkan kan láàárọ̀ yìí mo fẹ́ wo ẹni tó rántí ta ló rántí nǹkan tí mo jẹ. Mo wo comment section no àná ni mo mu pepper soup ẹ̀kọ́ àti pepper soup àná nìyẹn mo kíyà mi Comfort Ológúnjà ìyá dáadáa every month ìyá yẹn send owó sí mi pé Koiki máa fi tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ Oòduà gálà àtẹ̀yìn kí lélẹ̀ rapper kílẹ̀ wò yìí àwọn tó wà ní ṣàdá àwọn tó wà ní diaspora àwọn lè má da gálà wọn àti kúrò ní tipẹ́ ẹni tó wà ní gálà yẹn kò sí kankan mẹ́rin ọ̀bọ̀ mú kọ láìkẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé kan tí wọ́n bá ti jẹ tipẹ́ mo ní kọ́ bá mi rà tó pọ̀ mo máa fi mu kọ́fì mo kó sínú fridge ìgbà mi wọ́n á ní kọ́ wọ́mẹ̀ máa ní kọ́ má bá mi wọ́mẹ̀ òun lè lè tí mo jẹ now tí bá wá sọ fún pé mo jẹ gálà ẹ wá ní ó yá fún wa lẹ́rìí ẹ̀ mo wá mẹ́rin wá oní ọgbà country fáwọn èèyàn ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá mi tó rántí pé gálà àtẹ̀yìn ẹyin tí mo jẹ ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ bá ní kí lọ mú yẹn náà wá ní kitchen màá lọ mú jáde kẹrí kọfì tí mo mu òun sì lélẹ̀ kọ́pẹ̀ ní ṣẹ́rí kó má lọ dà sí mi lára ṣẹ́rí kọ́fì lélẹ̀ nǹkan pè ní authentic nìyẹn àwọn òde lè máa jáde ká sọ pé àti gba country nígbà tá àti gba country à ń gbìyànjú ni lóòótọ́ bàbá Akíntóyè ń gbìyànjú ni ìyàwó mi ẹ má bínú bóyá ìyàwó mi wá important kò dẹ̀ tí connect video call dẹ̀ ló ń pè ní àwọn tó pè ní fún báyìí nísìn ìyàwó Oòduà àbọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn nísìn network yẹn drop ó ní why am I still sleeping èmi kẹ̀ èmi sleep èmi ò dín di bálé èmi gbọ́dọ̀ máa sleep èmi ò sleep mo bẹ́ yẹn wà so illusion òun la wà nínú ẹ̀ so anyway á pè mí padà so mo bẹ̀ yín èèyàn wa mo rọ̀ yín mo bẹ̀ yín we have gone past that stage I'm sure àwọn kan ní Koiki ṣé lè necessary ṣá ó necessary because àwọn kan wà confused wọ́n fẹ́ Yorùbá country lóòótọ́ but Dúpẹ́ fún wọn ní impression pé a ti wà nínú Yorùbá country èmi dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn again èní ní 17th of April 2025 ní aago 12:00 fẹ́ lọ lù níbi tí a ti ń bá ètò lọ a ti ṣe 2 hours 17 minutes kò síbi kankan ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá mi Ọlọ́runwájú wọn náà rántí pé mo sọ pé gálà tẹ̀yìn kò sí nǹkan kan tó sọ pé Yorùbá ti di country officially so tẹ́nì kankan bá ṣì ń accept pé n ti Dúpẹ́ sọ yẹn òtítọ́ ni mo sorry gan a ní lè help yín a jẹ́ pé ẹ need psychiatric check-up ní Aro mori Azeez Aro lè need láti lọ fi check rẹ̀ because ìwọ náà ń jí lójoojúmọ́ sínú Nàìjíríà lóòótọ́ ẹ̀ ń wo program tó ń ṣe ní Turkey tó ń ṣe ní London àwọn mídíà àwọn méjèèjì tí mo lè rántí náà nìyẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ fún pé ti gba country àwọn méjèèjì yẹn ò dẹ̀ prove it beyond reasonable doubt ṣèbí Wálé Àlè ń gbé ní London ó dẹ̀ mọ bí country ṣe operate ó mọ bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ so why all this deceit I don't know a lè sọ pé Wálé Àlè gbowó náà but definitely something doesn't seem to be right a lè sọ pé Ìjìnlẹ̀ gbowó torí ìlú tó ń gbé ní Turkey yẹn èmi ti débẹ̀ rí ìlú yẹn ó wà under economic depression right now but ó sì wà far better than Nigeria so kí ló go wrong pẹ̀lú Ìjìnlẹ̀ I cannot say àwọn ló lè sọ but something is not right láàrin àwọn tí wọ́n ṣì ń push agenda pé Yorùbá ti di country it is lies and bottom lie. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. I don't have to have any challenge with them to debate anything. As far as today, àwọn èèyàn wà lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lóòótọ́ but Nigeria ló ṣì operate on it. Àwọn èèyàn ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lénìí but àṣẹ Nigeria ló ṣì fi ń dictate. And if you're still one of those that believe that nonsense, then gbé information though information yìí is just within a very tiny proportion táwa bá ń sọ báyìí làwọn èèyàn ń gbọ́ pé Koiki kí ló tún darí ẹ̀ láàmú fún kò sí ibi kankan tí wọ́n ti recognize Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì ibi tí wọ́n ti recognize Ìgbòho kò ń ṣe ibi kan gbogbo àgbáyé ló recognize Olóyè Ìgbòho o mọ̀ why nígbà tí a fẹ́ ṣe rally ní London èmi sọ fún London Metropolitan Police pé ẹni tó ń bọ̀ yìí ẹni yìí ni ẹni ọlá ni ẹni tí a lè fi ọwọ́ rọ sẹ́yìn nítorí ìjà tó ń jà ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ wà at risk ìyá mi Comfort Ológunjà wà ń bẹ̀ ìyá wa Janet ìyá wa grandma Esther Adétóhùn wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ ìyá wa kan fly láti America tó ń pè ní àwọn the Lejade twins ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wà níbẹ̀ wọ́n rí Olóyè Ìgbòho ẹlòmí ò rí Olóyè rí that was the first time tó ń rí Olóyè so wọ́n accept pé àìtí gba country but in tólóyè gbé dání àti bàbá Akíntóyè authentic ni lóòótọ́ àwọn kan fẹ́ make sure pé wọ́n destroy ẹ̀ kọ́ bring orúkọ Olóyè down kọ́ jẹ́ kí Olóyè dà bí ọ̀tá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá olóyè prove rẹ̀ bí ọmọ ọkọ as at today bí alọ́la o Tinubu lè dé Downing Street olóyè ti ṣáájú Tinubu wọnú gate yẹn. Do you know the importance of that gate? àwọn kan ní ìṣèbíwájú building yẹn lásán la dúró sí tó fi gbà lọ́wọ́ wa security. tí wọ́n bá mọ tí bàbá Akíntóyè kọ sínú lẹ́tà yẹn ó dinú rally ká tó pàdé. You will know the importance of that letter. I will leave that for you till we all meet during the rally. So kí ẹ̀kọ́ wa máa sọ fún yín níbi tí ayédélé ní níbi tí a wà ní information world ẹni kí ìjìnlẹ̀ kó direct yín sí ibi tí ó show evidence pé Democratic Republic of Yoruba is already a country kò lè sọ ìjìnlẹ̀ gan ti wá dẹni tó kàn ń gbé voice note Dúpẹ́ wá kò lè gbé Dúpẹ́ wá ṣe program lórí show tiẹ̀ tó sọ pé àwọn ti gba country. Èmi wà nínú Africa lóòótọ́ ọ̀nà a máa ṣọ́yàn ìyàn náà a máa ṣọ́ rẹ̀. Èmi wà very close to the border of Nigeria. Mo dẹ̀ ṣe fídíò ìjìnlẹ̀ wà ní far away Dúpẹ́ wà far away wọn ò lè gbé Dúpẹ́ wá kó wá ṣe program kí ẹ máa rí ojú ẹ̀ ẹ wá ń gbọ́ ohùn lásán ẹ dẹ̀ ń accept pé ìyá yìí normal. Ǹjẹ́ gbogbo yín gan normal? Ǹjẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé ǹjẹ́ normal? Because èmi ò rò pé normal because tẹ bá normal ni ṣé voice note lẹ fẹ́ máa fi gbọ́ leader yín ni ẹ kàn fẹ́ máa gbọ́ voice note kó máa send the VN sí yín and you think that you are normal. Most of you are not normal. Nǹkan kan ti go wrong and I believe many of you ẹ ní láti lọ ṣe mental check-up. I know nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation ìfẹ́ tí ẹ ní sí Yorùbá ló jẹ́ ká tẹ̀lé àwọn bàbá wa kò ń ṣe torí lóyè Ìgbòho la ṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ṣẹ́yìn fi pé torí Ìgbòho lèmi ṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ni no torí ìran tèmi náà kó má bàa parẹ́ nínú Yorùbá because tí Yorùbá bá ti lọ then ṣé wọ́n máa rántí Koiki family ṣé tí Fúlàní bá palẹ̀ tó pa gbogbo wa dànù sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ṣé wọ́n máa rántí Koiki family jà nítorí olóyè jà nítorí bàbá Akíntóyè à ń jà nítorí ara wa. Mo kí gbogbo ìyá wa ten comment. So ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ àfífúá àtàkì Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí but à ń question Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí pé ṣé ẹ ṣú òpè woman yẹn ṣó ó wà okay because ẹni tó bá wà okay kò ní máa sọ fún yín pé òun as a leader kò lè appear láti wá yẹbi gbà tó kọ́kọ́ dé ṣèbọn wọn appear tó wá ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ because òpùrọ̀ ti bá ń parọ́ fún yín nísìnyí ẹni tó bá wà ní UK tó wà labroad àtàwọn tó nílàákàyè tó wà nílé torí àwọn tó nílàákàyè pọ̀ ju ẹni tó wà labroad gan lọ. Èmi máa ń sọ pé condition ló make crayfish bend àwa tá wà labroad akọ̀wà lucky ni ẹlòmíì tó wà nílé ó bẹ́tà ju ẹni tó wà labroad lọ. Òpùrọ̀ tó bá jókòó báyìí tó bá study ẹ̀ pé òrópùrọ̀ ó náà máa dé kò dẹ̀ tí ì dé. Òun ni mo wà láfíríkà nísìn mo sọ fún yín ní London ni mo sọ fún yín pé mò ń padà bọ̀ mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹja sí lọ́tún Koiki má bínú £50 fi kún owó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì but nígbà tí owó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn ò pé mo lọ bá mọ̀mísí mi ó ní more than half ni mọ̀mísí mi release fún mi mo wà láfíríkà báyìí mò ń gbádùn ẹ̀ òru mò ń làágùn boyoyo tí bá ṣe tọ́ mo ò lómi gbóná látijọ́ tí mo ti dé mò ń gbádùn ẹ̀ but Dúpẹ́ tó ń ṣe program tẹ́lẹ̀ tá à ń gbé wá tẹ̀yìn rí ó wá di ẹni tó kàn ṣe voice note fún yín lásán ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń accept ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ fi question ẹ̀ nísìnyí Wálé Àlì ń question ní Dúpẹ́ wọ́n attack Wálé Àlì mo ń gbọ́ program Wálé Àlì lẹ́ǹkankan tẹ bá rí bọ́ ṣe ń gbà sí fún gbàsígbò but Wálé Àlì ò fẹ́ compromise nítorí pé ó mọ̀ dájú pé kò sí ọ̀nà àbáyọ níbẹ̀ torí Wálé Àlì wà educated ó dẹ̀ wà intelligent but ó ń try láti prove pé nígbà tí bàbá Akíntóyè ò ṣe because that has always been their argument ó yẹ kí bàbá Akíntóyè ti declare but tí tíyàn bá declare ṣé bá ṣe máa declare náà nìyẹn ṣé bí ẹ ṣe fẹ́ jẹ́ káwa declare làwọn declare yẹn ká declare kí ọmọ Yorùbá fẹ́ gba border kọjá kí Nigerian customer béèrè pé where are you going? I don't think you know what that means. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Kí ọmọ Yorùbá fẹ́ gba bọ́dà kọjá láàárọ̀ yìí nísìn. Ọlákúnlé mo rò pé mo rí lórí program. Ojoojúmọ́ ló ń bá wọn jà ní custom níbẹ̀ yẹn. Tó bá kọjá báyìí, òun àti wọn máa ń jà ni. Torí pé irú àwọn ará ń kan wọ́n pé wọ́n ti mọ ibi tá à ń lọ. Àìkàn sọ fún àwọn èèyàn pé kó ṣe sùúrù. Wàláì tàláì símọ́ bí láì làzíláwà. Tí rálì bá bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ̀rí wèrè ní gbogbo custom yẹn. àwọn ọmọ Yewa kan wà wọ́n sọ lórí àwọn ọmọ tó ń ṣe kí ló máa ń pe rice tó ń gbé kọjá yẹn ẹ ti rí àwọn ọjà tó máa ń jà ní gbogbo bọ́dà custom máa ń sá lọ fún wọn ni wọ́n sínwéré àwọn ọmọ wa kankan tó wà ní gbogbo area yẹn tí a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ rally ẹ rí gbogbo nǹkan tó máa àìtí declare ni mo ń sọ yìí o so tá a bá wá declare Yorùbá nation àwọn fàyàwọ́ wàá ṣe eré ẹ̀mọ̀ pé mi ò gbé létí pẹ́ mo ti kúrò létí pẹ́ so Yorùbá mi lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ máa tètè help mi nì àwọn tó ń ṣe fàyàwọ́ mo láwọn ọmọ kan mo lè dárúkọ ọmọ yẹn ní 2021 wọ́n pa ṣégè síra wọn lára tán nígbà tẹ́mi wálé làwọn ó dà pé mo ti sọ story yìí rí fún yín kò ń ṣe story jẹ́dí òkìrí ni mo sọ àwọn tó mọ àwọn tí mo sọ yìí abroad àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ movement àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tí ń pè mí pé bàbá Koiki àwọn náà fẹ́ Yorùbá èmi ò tẹ́mọ̀ fáwọn lájẹ́ndà mi nígbà tí mo dé tọ́wọ́ bá mi ní sókà wọ́n lọ́mọ́ sókà lájọ wá ń sùn lájọ ń jí nígbà tọ́wọ́ tébù wàhálà kan ti fà ní gbogbo àwọn kí má fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń bá fa wàhálà yìí àwọn èèyàn ńlá náà ni wọ́n àwọn ọmọ yẹn dúró tí wọ́n rọrùn sẹ́pà wọn nígbà young boys àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nǹkan bẹ́ kábíyèsí Elédùmarè tó para wọn bí ìwé tó ń ṣe kékeré tó sísì bọ́dì ara wọn àwọn yẹn pa wọ́n pa àwọn yẹn náà padà wọ́n sí olóyè Ìgbòho Òòṣà ló dá sọ́rọ̀ yẹn ló parí ìjà yẹn àwọn tí olóyè dẹ̀ pè yẹn wọ́n lè kọ̀rọ̀ sólóyè lẹ́nu ni ìjà tó ń ṣe ìjà kékeré ni mo sọ yìí so kí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ń bẹ̀ ni pé ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá lóòótọ́ ẹ̀ ń rò pé olóyè ó dalẹ̀ yín no olóyè ìtàfẹ́gbà tábà ti declare kò sí kankan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ but ẹ wo dídúpẹ́ declare nísìn ọlọ́pàá tí wọ́n arrest ẹ̀yin nǹkan kan right normal ṣẹgbọ́ ìyá mi comfort ogunjà wọ́n rí olóyè rí wọ́n máa ń rí wọn àwọn wà ní the last protest because kò ń ṣe rally là ń ṣe gbà yẹn along protest pé kán fi olóyè sílẹ̀ olóyè dẹ̀ ti confam pé wọ́n máa release àwọn èmi ò lè sọ fáwọn ìyá ẹ̀ níjọ́ Monday ibi iṣẹ́ làwọn ẹ̀ máa ń gbà wá night duty tó tuntun mú gbogbo wa bá múnà bí kí n sọ fún wọn wọ́n ní wọ́n rán mi iṣẹ́ that's ẹlòmíì ní sọ́fẹ́ kí n sọ pé Koiki ó yá sọ ó ti mọ ọjọ́ tá a máa ṣe rally yes mo lè ní idea bọ́wọ́ sọ déètì fún mi mo ò dẹ̀ lè dalẹ̀ torí èmi tí n bá dalẹ̀ mo ti ṣe pé tí bá dalẹ̀ mo ń bá lọ nìyẹn èmi ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ bá lọ ìyẹn mo ṣe lè dalẹ̀ so kí ni mo fẹ́ fàyọ̀ ń bẹ̀ ni pé ìwọ tí o bá gbọ́ audio yìí torí mo fẹ́ close audio yìí kó kọ̀ cap sí 30 minutes reflect padà jókòó padà kó kọ́ tẹ̀ rò pé ẹni tá à ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ fún apẹ́ àti gba country ní ní ká sọ bí tó wà bọ̀ kí ló dé tó ṣe fídíò pẹ̀lú yín mo lè pe olóyè Ìgbòho nísìn lórí fídíò call ní Germany mo lè lọ bá bàbá Kítóyè níbi tó wà nísìn something is not right and then sọ fún yín pé kò right but ẹ̀ ń deny ara yín èmi kọ́ lẹ̀ ń deny because olúkálukú ń jà fún rẹ̀ ni èmi kọ́ lẹ̀ ń parọ́ fún wọ́n ní ẹni tó ń parọ́ ṣé mo gbọ́wọ́ yẹn ó mọ̀ pé òun parọ́ tí bá ń parọ́ fún yín nísìn mo mọ̀ pé mò ń parọ́ fún yín but ẹni tó ń parọ́ a lè máa ná òun ò parọ́ but ẹni tó ń pa fún yẹn máa ó ti gbé kalẹ̀ kò tí sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ Yorùbá country it's as simple as that whether I believe in Baba Kítóyè or not that is your cup of tea I don't give a toss problem yìí nìyẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí tẹ wà nílé mo mọ̀ pé yìí náà ẹ kàn dúró pé kí nǹkan tẹ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbadúpẹ́ dànù sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ó bẹ́tà kẹ́ tètè reflect mo ń gbọ́ kan náà fẹ́ ṣe reconciliation mo máa ń rẹ́rìn àwọn ọlọ́fẹ́ bá reconciliation ṣé dúpẹ́ gbádùn ṣé yàn ní dúpẹ́ a ní that woman is a demon babalá demon burúkú ni ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ ó dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ fáwọn olóṣèlú ni ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ so kò lè gbójú ẹ̀ jáde bó ṣe ń gbé jáde tẹ́lẹ̀ because tó bá ń gbójú ẹ̀ jáde a máa rí irọ́ nínú ojú ẹ̀ so ìyẹn ló ṣe ń record the voice note a wá send the voice note sí ìjìnlẹ̀ ìyẹn wá di dọ̀gọ̀lú òdìdà rẹ̀ èmi tẹ̀ rò pé wọ́n náà àwọn ọmọ Ondo tí mo dẹ̀ confirm ẹ̀ báwọn ọmọ Ondo wọ́n sharp wọ́n strong ẹ wá wo bó ṣe ń ṣe bí ràkàtí àbẹ́mọ́ bí ìjìnlẹ̀ ń ṣe bẹ́ni tí ewé tó fi wẹ̀ fún kò jiná dáadáa nígbà tó wẹ̀ ní fún ní kékeré. Ó ń ṣe bí òde, ó ń ṣe bí òmùgọ̀, ó ń ṣe bẹ́ni tó ní làákàyè. Èmi rí ìjìnlẹ̀ sójú rí tẹ́yìn ò bá rí sójú rí, èmi àti ẹ̀ ríra ní Turkey. Mo wá wọ́ndà pé ṣé arákùnrin ṣé àgbo ẹ̀ pé sá ní kékeré, torí mo mọ̀ pé ìlú ló bí òun sí, Èkó ló bí èmi sí. So ó ṣó pé something is not right. Is either tó yẹ pé ìjìnlẹ̀ ń take advantage lọ́dọ̀ tí wọn, I don't have the fact, but ó ṣeéṣe pé because mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n ó move lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta yìí. Ó lè má jẹ́ recently, mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn ló ń funded because wọ́n ti ń question pé owó tó ná dá sí wọn lọ́wọ́ níbo ló wà. Kọ́ wá ṣàkáǹtẹ̀, wọ́n ò lè ṣàkáǹt. Àwọn dẹ̀ ń béèrè pé owó tí wọ́n dá sí Ìgbòho lọ́wọ́ bígbà tẹ́ pé wọ́n dáwó sí Ìgbòho lọ́wọ́. So ọmọ Yorùbá ṣẹ̀rá àwọn yẹn wọ̀ sí nínú picture. Ẹ pass message mi fún wọn pé àwa ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá a máa deliver wọn kúrò lọ́wọ́ Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì. Níbo ni ìyá Dublin wà? Ẹ̀rọ ti ìyá Dublin kò mọ Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì rí o, inú movement ni o. Gbogbo tí Dúpẹ́ máa ní àǹtì ni. Àwọn ìyá Dublin, Fúnkẹ́ Bello, wọ́n ṣe wọ́n mi báyìí, àwọn ìyá wà London báyìí nísìn, wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀ káwọn wá sí Nàìjíríà, wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Irọ́ pọ̀ jù. So mo kẹ́yìn àgbàlagbà tí a jọ ń fi ètò yìí, tí a jọ fi ń kọ́ra wa lọ́gbọ́n. Orúkọ tèmi náà ní lẹ́ǹkan sí Yorùbá Nation. Ẹ bá pàdé ọ́díò yìí, má fi ṣe ìwọ nìkan, kò pọ̀ púpọ̀, 30 minutes ni bá ń ju síta. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep. So òun lè àtútù gbọ́ yẹn ta tó fi kọ́ra wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. A ní ọjọ́ náà ń pẹ́, a tún ní 28 minutes, 3 hours náà ni. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n appreciate àwọn tí wọ́n wà lórí ètò pẹ̀lú wa láàárọ̀ yìí. Ẹ má bínú ẹ tẹ́ wà lórí Facebook. Àmọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Facebook yẹn ó ń lọ ó ń bọ̀ bí ilẹ̀kẹ̀dí ni. Ẹ má bínú sí wa. Laptop mi ò píkẹ̀ láàárọ̀ ìmọ̀ mọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀. Mo ní láti restart laptop yẹn, ó ti hang. Mo kí yàrá Comfort Ológunjà. Wọ́n ní it is what Ìjìnlẹ̀ is eating from the lies. He knows the truth and I believe so as well. I know Ìjìnlẹ̀ knows the truth, but as usual, no, ibi tí ọba ti ń ṣe lèèyàn ti ń jẹ, there is no doubt about it. But má wàá fi a whole irọ́ pé ẹ ti gba country kò wá gbé yẹn kalẹ̀. Kémi wá máa sọ pé torí a fẹ́ ṣe rally nísìn kí wá máa fi yẹn take advantage. No, tí mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò sí rally, ṣé mọ̀ pé tí kò bá ní sí rally, irú èmi ò gbọ́dọ̀ tún jáde mọ́ kí wọ́n bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ believe me. Ẹ gbọ́ mi, tí kò bá ní sí rally, kódà mo ò gbọ́dọ̀ tún jáde wá bá ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tí bá ń sọ. Even though pé mi kọ́ ni leader yín o, torí bàbá Akíntóyè ni leader wa, á jẹ́ pé òpùrọ́ ni bàbá Akíntóyè, òpùrọ́ ni Ìgbòho. Ìgbòho dẹ̀ máa ń sọ nǹkan pé òun ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ kó o má mú ṣẹ. Kábàásíà Ọlọ́run ló dá bẹ́ẹ̀. Àníkẹ́ lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ bá kí ebe yìí mo bá sanjọ́ àwọn tó mọ̀ ẹni kí Ọbásanjọ́ ròyìn Ìgbòho fún yín ní 2007. Ọbásanjọ́ nìkan ló lè ròyìn. Ọbásanjọ́ tẹ̀rí yẹn bàbá yẹn ẹni he was a president in 2007. Ọbásanjọ́ was a president. Ṣe àìmọ̀ káwọ̀ rí fíìmù kò dẹ̀ sí social media bí táìmì yìí nígbà yẹn, but àwọn tó bá mọ story yẹn ẹni kọ́ sọ fún yín pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìgbòho ń ṣe ẹran rírọ̀, àkàn fẹ́ a máa fẹ́ hélẹ̀ bọ̀ kó má tún di púpọ̀ jù, kò ń ṣe ẹran rírọ̀. Mo rántí gbà kan ní Ìgbòho kò ní wá sìn yẹ Ìgbòho ní ìyá tó bí òun tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n gbé ọwọ́ kọ́wọ́ nínú bẹ́rí àyẹn ni àwọn náà ní ṣe wọ́n mọ̀. Ìyẹn nírú àwọn ọba wa kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe tètè sọ fún Tinubu pé ó máa wá sìn yẹ ọ. Mo kí bàbá mi ọba Olúgbọ́n, Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ wá sìn yẹ àwa làwa àwọn ẹ̀mọ̀ àwọn ọba ọ̀fẹ́ wàhálà, àwọn ọba kan ọ̀fẹ́ wàhálà pé àwọn làwọn pàṣẹ pé kí Ìgbòho wá sìn yẹ. Wọ́n pàṣẹ bọ́ pàṣẹ Ìgbòho máa wá sìn yẹ wà láìtàlá ìsinmi bí láìláì lè dá dúró. Mo máa ń rúta ti bá sọ fún Ìgbòho nígbà mi pé àwọn ríran a ní yes ó dakọ́ ríran, òun fúnra ara àwọn gan ìran. Ọlọ́run ló fún wa kò ń ṣe èèyàn, Ọlọ́run ni. Ṣé ẹ̀yin lẹ lọ bẹ̀ kó wá join movement? Ṣé àwa la lọ bẹ̀? Ṣé àwa la sọ fún kó tó dìde tó lọ bá Fúlàní pé ẹ̀ ń pa wá? Ó dìde tán nísìn a máa ti lé kúrò nílùú, a ti lé kúrò nílùú, a ti lé Ìgbòho kúrò nílùú látọdún mẹ́ta. ẹ wo jàǹbá tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́nu ṣé yẹn gan tó kí gbogbo wa ronú pé ẹni tọ́lọ̀ fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa lélẹ̀ kò ń ṣe pé Ìgbòho nìkan àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ Abdullahi mo ní máa send owó data sí ẹ máa send ẹsẹ̀ lẹ́nu má bínú Ọlọ́run fi kẹ́ wa ni kò dẹ̀ wá ní Ìgbòho ní sọ̀rọ̀ kó má fi Ọlọ́run síwájú ó ka Bible ju kí ló dálẹ̀ lọ Bible Yorùbá Ọlọ́run fi fún wa ni so irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ a gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ṣe ká má tètè máa wọ́n dà nígbà mi pé ṣé èèyàn lárákùnrin ṣá bọ̀ èèyàn ní tó dájú èmi àti bá mi àjọ máa ṣe fàájì gan ìjọtajọ owó bọ́ọ̀ nínú ilé mi ṣáà tó rí fídíò yẹn ẹ̀rí bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe pariwo èmi máa ṣe mọ̀ pé nígbà táwọn kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ bọ́ọ̀lù yẹn moment tó jẹ́ Man U moment tó jẹ́ talọ́tẹ̀ bá play níjọ́ yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú tó ń tẹ̀rin mo ṣáàrí pọ́ ti ń gbá bọ́ọ̀lù yẹn lọ moment tó wọ red moment tó wọ white so mo mọ who is who mo ṣáà ń fọgbọ́n gbé mo ṣáà ń wo lóyè mo ń fọgbọ́n gbé so wọ́n rí pé àwọn tó fẹ́ score yẹn lè máa ní ó yá gba síbẹ̀ mo ṣáà rí pé lóyè wò mí pé coordinator ta lẹ́yìn support níbi mo ní Man U náà ni wọ́n ní bọ̀dá àwọn tó fẹ́ gbá bọ̀ wọlé yẹn kò ń ṣe Man U wọ́n rẹ̀ ti gbá bọ́ọ̀lù yẹn bí almost 30 something minutes no kò ń ṣe Leon lọ́ba play o home game ní Premier League ni it was a Sunday super sport tí mo láti ra one day pass tàfi wo bọ́ọ̀lù yẹn níjọ́ yẹn olóyè ti mọ̀ pé mo mọ̀ nípa bọ́ọ̀lù rárá ṣe ló kàn wò mí báyìí pé coordinator ẹ̀ mọ̀ kọ́kọ́ nípa bọ́ọ̀lù mo ní bọ́ọ̀lù kẹ̀ èmi máa ń sọ nígbà tẹ́lẹ̀ mo kíyà mi ilé ajá yìí máa ń sọ fún ìyàwó mi pé n tó máa mú mi lọ mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ nínú stadium rí as a waiter àwọn tó máa ń serve oúnjẹ mo dẹ̀ ti ṣiṣẹ́ as a butler àwọn tó máa ń serve ọtí so mo náà fi tó bá fún mi lówó tọ́dẹ̀ employ mi síbi tí ó wà òkè kí ní kọ́ mi pẹ̀lú football bọ́ọ̀lù kọ́ bọ́ọ̀lù mi ẹ̀rí lálẹ́ àná àwọn kan pariwo mẹ́ta tó ń wo bọ́ọ̀lù so anyway ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín so àníṣe lásán a máa délẹ̀ lérí lágbọ́rọ̀ Ọlọ́run so bó ṣe lọ láàárọ̀ yìí nìyẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká end the broadcast yẹn kí n lọ ṣanra sára so màá pé ẹni tẹ́ ẹ ká pè ẹni tí ó bá sì fi ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àti ra 100 walkie talkie owó 20 tuntun wà lọ́wọ́ mi sílẹ̀ nínú owó yẹn náà ẹ rántí pé brother mi tí ó pè lánàá mo send 50,000 sí láàárọ̀ yìí pé kọ́kọ́ 100,000 ni mo ní ká bá rí but ààrẹ 100,000 mo kọ̀wé pódà change díẹ̀ wà lẹ̀ èmi náà ní máa fún 20 so mo ti send 50,000 sí kò ń ṣe gbogbo ìlà lè fún lówó I wish I have that kind of money to help everybody I don't ìyẹn la ṣe ní ká tètè gba country kí government wa lè look after gbogbo wa kí pressure lè dínkù díẹ̀ and I hope that is going to be the solution mo kí gbogbo àwọn medias wa tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun both the Yoruba world media the independent media gbogbo àná la ní right tàfi ṣe Yorùbá nation mo kí Awúṣẹ́ Afọ̀gbóhùn ẹ ṣé gan ni Awúṣẹ́ Afọ̀gbóhùn so mo kí Àmọ̀dúpẹ́ Bello mo kí ẹ̀yin Amẹ́ríkà ẹni tó bá sì fẹ́ sọ pé Koiki ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́ni Koiki ká sì máa rà sí bí ọdún George mo kí brother mi so 20 tara ní tafẹ́rà ní sí àìtí rà yẹn mo ti ní tó bá dọ̀la because ọ̀dà pé wọ́n náà ń ṣe environmental lẹ́nìí then because mo fẹ́ kọ́ send the other one yẹn wọ́n ti gbé already ó ti wà en route àwọn tó bá ń dọ̀ deliver fún behalf of Baba Akintoye àti Igboho wá ṣe fídíò àákọ̀ ṣe small presentation ẹ̀ but ìta bá wá ń rà sí a máa hand over náà ni má pè mí pé o need walkie talkie kò ń ṣe toy gbogbo èèyàn ló máa sọ pé àwọn need walkie talkie but wọ́n náwọn kan tí wọ́n need ẹ̀ tó ń pè wọ́n ní stewards tí èèyàn bá ń ṣe rally I need àwọn stewards tó máa wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tó máa wà lọ́sì because a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó wà rowdy a kì í ṣe àwọn oníjàgídíjàgan oyè yìí nísìn a fẹ́ máa lọ wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́ ni a dẹ̀ lọ́bi kankan ju pé until our demands are met so we still need a lot of different things kò ń ṣèmi nìkan èyí tẹ́yìn náà bá lè máa ṣe fáwọn groups yín ẹ bá wọn ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ lèmi lè ṣe to understand I can only do the little for my own end we are talking about a big ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ń ṣe kékeré o gbogbo tí mo ṣe mọ́ra yẹn kò tó community kan kò tó local government kan so ẹni tó bá lè help àwọn èèyàn wa ẹ bá wọn wo kílẹ̀ fi lè assist wọn mọ́ káwọn diaspora kankan fi dúró pé kí action bẹ̀rẹ̀ kọ́ wá wo ibi tó máa fi support sí contingency plan gbọ́dọ̀ wà strategy wa gbọ́dọ̀ máa lọ gbogbo wa Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú wa nígbà tá a bá jáde kò sí ìbẹ̀rù fún ọmọ Ọlọ́run angel Gabriel angel Michael wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú wa lágbára àwọn tó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n ní fi wá sílẹ̀ Allen Condy kò like Britain òun àti Britain mo rò pé ó lè gbé ní Britain brother mi bàbá wa kò lè gbé ní Britain ó believe pé Britain gangan ló wà behind the obstacle Yorùbá àwọn ló dá wa dúró so ọmọlúwàbí ni wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ń jà kí la tẹ̀lé fi jà lẹ́yìn ká gbé àwọn gbẹ̀tugbẹ̀tu tí àwọn baba ńlá wa lò pé kákọ̀ gbé sọ́rùn kádẹ̀ gbé sára kákọ̀ fi maintain àwa kádẹ̀ believe in Jesus Christ ká máa tọ́jú ara wa náà ọba Elédùmarè bá ń dúró tì I will not out again I will leave it till later in the evening so that kẹ́ lè pè mí ká lè engage ọ́fíìsì mi mo busy gan ìyàwó mi dẹ̀ ti ń pè mí nísìn ó ní washing machine wa ti bàjẹ́ ìyẹn fún mi ní headache we are talking about £500 washing machine nínú ilé mo ní insurance kọ́ ó lóun ti cancel ẹ̀ mo wá béèrè pé báwo la ti lo washing machine náà a ti fẹ́ máa lọ bí more than 8 years abáyọ tó ṣe máa ń pariwo ti máa ń ṣe program nígbà tó sọ fún mi ní ó ti dìjẹ́ta nísìn orí mi ṣe kóka that's like £500 is not a small money èyí tó lọ wò ní Costco lánàá 699 5 something plus VAT that's about 695 ṣòrí pé kò easy so kíyàn wá jókòó kí wọ́n máa pariwo Yorùbá nation kí wọ́n wá sọ fún mi pé mo mọ̀ tí mo sọ tó yẹ kí n máa ṣiṣẹ́ nísìn ká ṣe máa replace washing machine ẹ lọ jẹ wédú àtàmọ̀là dáadáa so Ọlọ́run bá ábòmí láṣìírí àwọn ọmọ bá ṣe máa yanjú ẹ̀ àdẹ́ ń fọwọ́ fọṣọ ní London so mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí àwọn kan ní Koiki ẹ bá Sowore sọ̀rọ̀ ni ẹ bá Sowore sọ̀rọ̀ kó darapọ̀ mọ́ wa brother mi ní Sowore a lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí WhatsApp ó kàn máa ń send message sí mi definitely kò ń ṣe forwarded message ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ rí pé gbogbo message wa nípa Yorùbá nation Sahara reporter máa ń pìkẹ̀ so ẹ máa kí n sọ̀rọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ó yé yín so kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tí Sahara bá sọ tí àwọn èèyàn ní rí so that shows that Sowore is ó lè sọ fún ọkọ máa post gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá ń sọ so àárín yẹn ó dúró dáadáa láàrin wa gbogbo àwọn medias wa kọ̀ọ̀kan náà àwọn kan wà tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní Punch ní gbogbo àwọn media yẹn but a lè máa expose wọn for security reason gbogbo wọn ló ń pè wá lẹ́yìn pé Mr. Koiki ntolóyè àti bàbá kí tó yẹ ṣe làwọn náà fẹ́ bó ṣe mọ̀ pé ọmọ á jẹun ẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ní Nàìjíríà daily money ló fi ń jẹun kò dàbí àwọn táwà labroad iṣẹ́ tá a bá ṣe last week wá sán ní wíìkì tó o bá jáde nínú Nàìjíríà pé o jáde níjọ́ kan ojúmọ́ kan ó máa struggle láti fi nǹkan sẹ́nu so a lè compromise wọn àwọn kan wà wọ́n ti bá mi fi àwọn account details mi síta voluntary ni ẹ máa nítorí àwọn ará wa walkie-talkie kẹgbàgbé mi náà a máa jẹun a máa mú o so mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sorúkọ mi ní Ọláyọmí Koiki exactly 19 minutes past 12 Yoruba nation no going back this is a full broadcast now almost 3 hours ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Facebook ó wà important kẹ́ follow mi lórí YouTube we couldn't come live earlier than now because there were a lot of technical issue on my laptop kò jẹ́ kí n go live so that's the reason why tẹ́ ṣe tètè rí broadcast wà látẹ̀kan mo kí àwọn ìyàwó mi mo kí àwọn ọmọ Oòduà mo kí gbogbo ibi tó ń pè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mo kí Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ dáadáa and I believe he will do everything possibly best ṣé dáhùn pé èèyàn kan fi sáré pè wọlé kakọ̀ gba call yẹn ká tó máa lọ kakọ̀ gba call yẹn because we have just about very very short time. Hello caller látàkúrẹ́ ṣe fi bá wa dá sétò ní sà.
mo ti send message sí kíkan ní WhatsApp láti lọ́ka.
Alright màá kà dádì màá kà sà màá kà ṣé gan ni màá kà. mo wá kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin babaláwo wa tẹ wà ní gbèríko ẹ mọ̀ pé tá a bá máa jáde báyìí ó láwọn ìgbésẹ̀ táwọn baba ńlá wa náà máa ń gbé máa check Mr. Biodun mo ti change phone mi as well láàárọ̀ ìgbà tí kan fún mi problem so bí akẹ́ bá mi resend ẹ̀ mo mọ̀ gbàtẹ́ send ẹ̀ kọ́ mo mọ̀ bí a carry gbogbo messages mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá à ń sọ yìí ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa tó send message mo lè ka message wọn síta àwọn èèyàn múra gan ẹ má fi ṣẹ́jú kan sílẹ̀ pé ká má múra sílẹ̀ níjà but ẹ jẹ́ ká múra bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tó ń lọ jà ṣé Yorùbá yẹn yé wa níjà but ẹ jẹ́ ká múra tán bí ẹni tó ń lọ jà. And I hope you get the message. Yes, I need to rest now. I need to drink a lot of water. So kí n tó lè jáde ó máa di ọwọ́ ìrọ̀lẹ́ pátápátá so that I can do a lot of other things as well. Yes, I'm going to rest now. I will not come back out. But as usual, my phone is available. Ẹni tó bá need number mi fẹ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní number mi ó wà ní. Oh yes, it's coming very soon. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń béèrè pé Koiki kí ni ìtútù tún pẹ́? I don't have a date, but ẹni tó bá ní làákàyè tí mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo wa ní tá a bá fẹ́nu sọ̀rọ̀ tán lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí mo tutù dé ó yẹ kẹ́ ti pick signal pé kò ní pẹ́ mọ́. That's all I can say. Ṣé mọ̀ pé nígbà tí mo wà ní London is a different thing. Mo ti wà on ground nísìn, mo ti gbọ́ tí bàbá sọ sí mi létí, mo ti gbọ́ tó lóye sọ, mo ti gbọ́ tẹ́mọ̀lá sọ, but wọ́n ní wọ́n tí mo date. So wisdom, because lè fi gbogbo nǹkan sọ̀rọ̀ tán lórí social media. A máa compromise ara wa. So èyí tẹ́ ń béèrè pé gbà o YouTube name mi náà ní Koikimedia, a ní Koikimedia, a ní Koikimedia backup, but Koikimedia ti WD76 la máa fi ń stream. Koikimedia yẹn náà ni ẹ kò type ẹ wà important because a ti wà live láti over 3 hours. Èyí tẹ́ wà lórí Facebook, mo apologize gan mo mọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. So ó wà important kẹtẹ̀lé wa. So mo kí bàbá wa tó send message látàkúrẹ́ message to send lára àwọn message tí máa ń like nìyẹn. Ọmọ kan ni wá kò ń ṣe olóyè nìkan ni a máa ń kí ní gbogbo gbà kí n tó máa lọ in just 10 minutes or less than that. Mo kí àwọn Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà dáadáa, mo kí gbogbo Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà, kódà mo kí bàbá wa Ìbà Gani Adams. I love him so much. I always say it all the time. Ìbà ni mo kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ personally kí n tó mọ olóyè Ìgbòho. Mo tẹ̀lé bá dé àkókò tí ìbá nífẹ̀ẹ́ wọn mo ní tẹ̀lé wọn dákòókò. And I have told Ìbà Tinubu ò láìkì yín ẹ̀yin máa wọ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé Tinubu bá ń fẹ́ àtàkì yín ẹ move kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ẹ máa bọ̀ ní Africa country kan kẹ́ jókòó síbẹ̀ kájọ máa fa wàhálà níbẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ yá gbogbo á padà sílé ilé náà la ṣe ń bọ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ pẹ́ fẹ́ máa fọgbọ́n ṣe náà ni it's okay because I need ẹ̀yin náà because Nigeria will work. I'm sure I believe in one Nigeria wọ́n dẹ̀ lè offer yín anything. Tinubu ò lè fún yín ní contract bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà yẹn. Tinubu ò lè fún Ìbà Gani Adams ní contract kankan. But tá bá gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá tán, olúkálùkù máa rí tiẹ̀ ṣe. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tẹ kó sẹ́yìn OPC, olúkálùkù á níṣẹ́. Diaspora ò lè máa fund gbogbo wa nílé kò possible. I need the government tó ń ṣiṣẹ́, a working government. In tí wọ́n ń pè nílùú nìyẹn, a working government. But right now, lè rí working government. So this is a message again to Ìbà Gani Adams. Mo wá kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ akọni ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ má jẹ́ kí ojú ti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá o. Kò ń ṣe olóyè Ìgbòho o. A máa wo tó lóye máa ṣe. Mo mọ̀ káwọn kan tí ronú bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ má bínú. A máa mọ tó lóye máa ṣe. Ní tó lóye fẹ́ ṣàfẹ́wò, ẹ má ẹ̀ka ṣe yẹn. Ẹ má ẹ̀ka wo tó lóye máa ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú olóyè mi. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú bàbá Akíntóyè. Gbogbo àwọn brọ́dà mi Ségò ìná MC Olúọmọ ẹjẹ tẹ bá máa jẹ ní kódà èmi gbàdúrà pé kẹ́ tètè jẹ dáadáa. Àwọn ọmọ ńlá náà ti jẹ́wọ́ gidi. Ẹ̀yin ẹ sọ́kẹ̀ dry kẹ́ máa wá padà bọ̀ nílé kí gbogbo àjọ wa máa gbádùn lẹ Yorùbá. Ìtawà ń sọ nìyẹn. I don't have anything against àwọn NURT. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bàbá wa Ìgbòho gbogbo ọlọ́mọ bàbá Ìgbòho ta ló máa ní wọn mọ̀ Ìgbòho. Kò ṣe pé a fi ń pọ́n Ìgbòho lè. Ìgbòho kan Nàìjíríà kan ni. Mo ní tí Yàyà Bello sọ fún wa mò ń ṣẹ́nu kò ní. Yàyà Bello kan náà níjọ́ tó pè mí àti Ìgbòho. In tó ń sọ fún wa sétí tó ní etí mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ tún gbọ́ láàrin wa nìkan ni o. Wọ́n bẹ̀rù Ìgbòho bí ṣọ̀pọ̀nà ní north. Mo ti sọ fún yín kò ṣe pé mo make it up. Aláàfin kí tó máa lọ mo ní pẹ́ ju 3 hours yẹn lọ 10 minutes náà ló kú mo dẹ̀ wo time. Aláàfin tàná ó sọ fún wa èmi àti Ìgbòho nínú private residence wọn kò ń ṣe nínú palace o àwọn bá náà níbi tó ti ń ṣe fàájì o inú resident private láti lọ bá bàbá mo like bàbá yẹn kan láti dáa rẹ Koiki ọ̀yà jókòó báyìí jókòó tí ibi lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́sẹ̀ ó ní Buhari pé òun kọ́ arrest Ìgbòho sínú palace mo ti sọ́rí fún yín ó ṣe pé ilé mi kan ọ̀pọ̀ Ìgbòho pé Aláàfin tàná pé kọ́ arrest Ìgbòho mọ́lẹ̀ kí àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti DSS kọ́ wá fi mú Ìgbòho mọ́nu bẹ̀ bàbá yẹn wá ní Ìgbòho tẹ̀ ń rí ilé òkè ṣọ́ọ̀rì jìnnà o ṣe orí ilé tẹ̀ ń rí tó ń káàkiri tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà tó ń dàlúrú yìí eléyò kì í ṣe original ṣorí original gangan ìta ló wà á dẹ̀ máa ṣe tuntun ẹ jẹ́ kó lóye sọ níjọ́ kan olóyè ló tún mọ̀ sọ tó mọ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n kó lóye gbọ́ Yorùbá jù mí lọ ẹ̀rẹ́ rí ẹfẹ́ tákìtì àwa bí bàbá ẹ̀ kí lẹ́yìn wá sọ fún ọmọ mi kí lẹ́fẹ́ kí n sọ èyí tó kọ ẹjẹ́ ìrora tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ olórí burúkú làwọn Fúlàní yẹn tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n mọrú èèyàn tí Ìgbòho jẹ́ ni ẹ lọ́wọ́ fíìmù yẹn máa tún wò nísìn mo ti wò lánàá mo fẹ́ tún wò ẹ mọ̀ kíkí àwọn múvì kan kó wá tún wò ṣàfà àwọn Indian film ni ẹni tó bá ní Netflix máa tún fíìmù yẹn wò kábàásíyà lóòótọ́ wọ́n àwọn traitor méjì ló sọ ọ̀nà tó máa gbà wọlé láti wá àtàkẹ̀ Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ti wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹni tó bá ń pètò ní kọ̀rọ̀ ní gbangba pé olóyè àti bàbá wa Akíntóyè àti àwọn leaders wa àtẹ̀mí náà tẹ̀ ń ṣètò pé ẹ fẹ́ dalẹ̀ wa mo bẹ̀yìn ẹjọ́ gbogbo tí máa ń sọ èmi náà ológun tó lẹ́nu ìwọ náà gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣàkàrà lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan lórí mídíà ẹnu lásán ni mo ní bọ́ ẹ má dalẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe rí orí tí à ń jà fún ó pọ̀ ju kẹ dalẹ̀ Yorùbá ó bẹ́tà kẹ má dá sí kẹ má wò wá ràn ìyẹn Starboard ò dá sí nísìn ẹ̀gbọ́n ìyá mi Yínká TNT ò dá sí Maureen kò dá sí mọ́ ìyẹn kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ fi wá gbowó tẹ́lẹ̀ ni sísítà mi tó wà ní Manchester tó ń jà fún Mohbad tafuntafun ìyàwó mi máa ń wò wọ́n gbogbo gbà mo láìkì sísítà yẹn mo tẹ̀ máa ń láìkì wọn tó bá wà ní kíchìn tó ń dáná kí lórúkọ wọn báyìí wọ́n jà fún Mohbad lọ́wọ́ báyìí Lisa Anjorin gbogbo wọn dá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation but èmi mọ̀ pé tí gbogbo a bá wà ní front tí sójà bá ṣà ń pa wá ṣé wọ́n ní sọ̀rọ̀ wá gbóhùn sókè so mo bẹ̀ yín mo rọ̀ yín Bukky Jesse mo like sister mi yẹn dáadáa àwọn yẹn gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa báyìí Bukky Jesse ìyàwó mi like máa wo program wọn báyìí ìyàwó mi sì wo Máyégún general àbúrò mi ni Máyégún mo jùlọ lọ́jọ́ orí mo bájà we can all come formidably but Fúlàní ṣoògùn rẹpẹtẹ ẹ lọ gbọ́ bàbá wa àṣà ni bàbá yẹn bàbá yẹn ṣe program kan tí mo gbọ́ lánàá we have just 6 minutes ní kọjá 6 minutes yẹn bàbá yẹn ní reason tí Òṣogbo ṣe bọ́ sọ́wọ́ Fúlàní àìmọ́ ti gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ní Maureen ní allegedly wọ́n ló gba £8,000 COS mo sọ fún ìyàwó mi ní Maureen kẹ̀ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣóyọ̀ ń bọ̀ ló gbé information yẹn jáde wọ́n ló gba £8,000 tó fi máa tó lóyè lówó oúnjẹ GoFundMe tèmi náà lè set up ó set up wá sọ fún olóyè àtẹ̀mí pé àwọn security àwọn máa fún wa lówó every month olóyè ní òun bàbá wa àṣà ẹ̀ṣà àwọn bàbá yẹn ní kò sí nǹkan táwọn ò ṣe ní tó lè mú bàbá yẹn sọ pé kò sí nǹkan táwọn ò ṣe pé kí Tinubu di president ẹ mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn wọ́n go deep gbogbo alamọ bàbá àṣà àmọ́ páwọn yẹn spiritually wọ́n ṣe gbogbo tó ẹ̀kọ́ ṣe pé kí Tinubu débẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn nísìn ṣe mọ̀ pé mi ò tẹ̀ mọ́ bàbá yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ àfìgbà tí bàbá yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe program ká dúpẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè ó pe àwọn bàbá yẹn padà wálé. Bàbá yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ bí Fúlàní ṣe bá wa rí tírà ní ọdún kọ̀ọ̀kan nígbà kan ní Ọ̀yọ́ àti ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Wọ́n ní àwọn Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ lọ tú tírà yẹn, wọ́n ń di tírà, wọ́n ń ṣe oògùn. So tẹ bá rò pé ìtawà jọ ń sọ ó máa láìn pẹ̀lú Máyégún, kò ní láìn. Wọ́n fẹ́ atẹ́gùn rẹpẹtẹ síta, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe oògùn. Ó ń ṣe pé wọ́n ń sọ confirmation wà, kò ń ṣe ní Fúlàní tí ń ṣoògùn, wọ́n ń ṣe bá ńlá oògùn pé kí Yorùbá kó má ba jẹ́ ẹyọ kan. Tá bá jẹ́ ẹyọ kan, mélòó ni gbogbo ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tó ń dẹ́rù bà wá náà? But wọ́n ṣoògùn. Mr. Koiki, be careful kí ọmọ Yorùbá yìí náà ni ṣe kọ́ ní English. Ìwọ gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa, ó fẹ́ máa fi ṣàkàrà mi. Mo rẹ̀ ń bọ̀ ní Hong Kong. Èyí Yorùbá community mo ń bọ̀ wá kí Hong Kong, ẹ̀yẹ ká parí ìta ṣe tán. Èmi náà máa travel káàkiri. Màá dàbí brother mi tó ń lọ káàkiri, tó ń lọ Moscow. Bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ń jẹun kiri nísìnyí, ó ti fi owó YouTube, ó ti fi ra passport ìlú mi, kí lórúkọ ẹ̀? Ó lọ sí ọ̀nà Russia láìpẹ́ ẹ̀. Ó ṣe content tó dáa. Wọ̀dà sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Òun wà òkè. Kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá là ń sọ ẹ̀. Ó yẹ kó mú gbogbo wa nígbà àyà ni. But ó mú àwa kan jura wa lọ. But ní stop. Táyọ̀ Àyìnà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ó ní strong followership over 1 million. Kíní kan pẹ̀lú Yorùbá nation. Ó ń travel. Kíní kàn wá pẹ̀lú tó lọ́ fi wọ̀n wá nígbà tí ilẹ̀ wa wà ní danger. Lóòótọ́ ó kàn wá torí à ń wò ó tó ṣe lọ. But ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dùn ju gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn lọ. Ìta máa ṣe ní transformation nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Èmi àti yín náà ni. Haiki máa wà níbẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn west wa yẹn a máa. Monitor bá ti declare Yorùbá nation. Èmi ò padà lọ sí England mọ́. 27 years yìí tí mo ṣe ń bẹ̀ ti tó. Ìwọ tó bá fẹ́ lọ máa lọ, àwa máa develop lọ́wọ́. Àwa ta lọ, a ní 3 more minutes. Àwa Yorùbá, Igbo, mo bá ọmọ Igbo kan sọ̀rọ̀, Japan ló wà. Ó gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa báyìí. So audio mi kan tí mo send ó dọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. Ó wá reply, mo wá pè lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Time difference there wà, lánàá ni mo ń sọ yìí. Ó ní Igboho don't tell them they no listen. We don't tell them they no listen. Nigeria no go work. Ó ní Hausa mélòó láwà rí níta tó ń faṣẹ́. Ó ní ibiṣẹ́ lòun wà nísìn tó ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ní Japan. Wọ́n ṣeré ní àwa la lọ develop àwọn ìlú yẹn in all the field. So development yẹn náà la fẹ́ gbé wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àjọ máa ṣiṣẹ́ yìí ni. Mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ. Ìyá mi dáadáa, wọ́n ti ní kí má ṣe pé mọ́. Sọ fún mi kò yí máa ṣe pé. Mo bá ṣàdúrà gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe pé. Mo dẹ̀ ṣe pé mo ti restrict pè mí báyìí. Bomb bastard, àbí? So mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa. So ẹ jẹ́ ká dé mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Nnamdi Kanu said a lot. I like Nnamdi Kanu because ó ń sọ òtítọ́ fún àwa Yorùbá. Ó jí wa. Nnamdi Kanu was a supporter of Nigeria before. Ó protest níwájú Nigerian embassy. Àwa náà ti support Nigeria rí, but kò ń ṣe pa wà into politics. But I support pé kí Nigeria wà okay. But right now, the Yoruba rally is coming. And on that note, ẹ support wa, ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Internet yìí nísìn, àyà mi ṣe kì. Kò dẹ̀ sówó l'account. 400,000 ni mo ti ná lórí internet lẹ́nu tí mo dé. Mo jẹ́kẹ̀ lánàá ní sọ́nsọ́ pé ó ti lọ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀ àmọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́, Ọlọ́run ràn yín lọ́wọ́. A máa fún yín ní update. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá send owó pé ká fi ra walkie talkie, ẹ bá mi máa sọ pé fún walkie talkie ni o. Kí má lọ náwó yín o. Àti ní another extra 20 tí mo ní wọ́n máa lọ rà lọ́la. Mo wá wò pé bí a kára 10, kára megaphone or however, but owó walkie talkie mẹ́wàá 20 wà lọ́wọ́ mi bí ṣe bá ń sọ̀rọ̀. Mo kí Bishop Adesina, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko, mo kí gbogbo àwọn YSDM àti gbogbo ìlànà. Ẹ má fọmọ yín sílẹ̀ sí Áfíríkà o. Ẹ má kó jẹ́ kí mọ̀mísí mi ni màmá gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ all the time o. Ẹ ràn mí lọ́wọ́, Ọlọ́run ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Èmi ni last man standing yín. A tún máa pàdé ní alẹ́ bí a ka jẹ́ bí a tó bá ti dọwọ́ 8. Àwọn èèyàn ti darí wọlé, àwọn èèyàn ti sinmi, àwọn ọmọdé ń padà lọ sí school next week. Àwọn ọmọ ọdún àlàáfíà ló wà, àwọn ìyàwó àlàáfíà ló wà, mọ̀lẹ́bí àlàáfíà ló wà. Yoruba nation no going back. My name is Olayomi Koiki. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Bye for now.